makes the catch. He gets slowed down by Bullock and then wrapped up by a couple of Trojans. Mason Cobb gets him back at the 37, so a loss on the play, and San Jose State is in trouble. 6-yard loss on that one. It'll be 3rd and long all of a sudden.
Yeah, big negative play.
Or 2nd and long. Sorry, second down.
Big negative play for the Trojans. On these kind of drives, you need one of those negative plays to kind of stop the bleeding there. And there, Mason Cobb and Bullock were able to come out and knock that play back, get you a big loss there, and sits it for a 2nd and long.
I think I called him Marvin there, didn't I? Back, what's that
first game, Pete.
National champ from 1974. Had a great punt return against Notre Dame in the comeback. Cordero catches, flips right. Nothing doing. Out to the 40-yard line, and that's all. Look who's there again. Cobb. He's all over the field, both sides of it this time. Catch made on the far side at the 40. It'll be 3rd and long. 3rd and about 23. So they had a good look at a scoring shot, I thought, a couple times so far on each of their drives, and yet mistakes as they got close.
Get that penalty, that negative play. Sierra Wright with his 2nd great tackle there. Just a sure tackle. 2 of them in a row. Just let the receiver catch it in front of him and bring him down.
Nash splits wide to the right side. Tight end now slots left. Sam Olsen. He's dropped a couple today already. Cordero being chased, steps up in the pocket, trying to get away from Cobb, and he does. 30, 20, 15, and out of bounds at about the 11. Just can't capture him. He gets one direction and he takes that direction. You force him to go one way, but you don't have anybody waiting for him when he goes that way. And a big pickup and a 1st down on a 3rd and 23.
Can't let it happen, Pete. That's the things that break your back is defense. Long drive here. Now you're tired. Everybody rushed to the left side. No one's on the back side. Cordero sees it and just takes off and picks up an easy 1st down.
Now, in order to shut him down, you're going to need a turnover. Otherwise, they're going to get some points. Tafo'o, Bear Alexander in the middle. Jamil Mohammed, first time we've called his name, transfer from Georgia State, 5th-year senior. He's on the right end. On the left side, Solomon Byrd. Looks like Cobb wants to come, but the handoff on the right side, right where Cobb was coming from. And the handoff will get the ball down for Conley down to about the 1-yard line. And it should be close to a 1st and goal. They started this one at the 11 and a yard away from tying the ball game up.
Yeah, but this time a big hole in the offensive line where just the one-on-one for Kalen Bullock. That's not the best situation to put your safety in there, but Kalen's able to stop him from getting the end zone. But just a good drive here from San Jose State. Has had the Trojans on their heels the whole time. The Trojans had a chance there with 2nd and 3rd and long, and Alex Grinch chooses to dial up a blitz. Didn't work.
They're not going to run another play, and the quarter will come to an end, and the people that feel cheated are the ones on the goal line down here because they don't get to see the play, and the people down at the other end do. After 1 quarter here at the Coliseum, it's USC 7, San Jose State nothing, but when we come back, the Spartans will have a 1st and goal at the 1-yard line on the Trojan Football Media Network.
It's time to recharge, reconnect, and rediscover your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. And with your resort favorites back in action, there's all of the excitement and comfort you love with the peace of mind you can depend on. So whenever you're ready for a little rest, a little relaxation, and a lot of fun, we'll be here. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino today.
We are Life Law, where we make injury law simple. We have 2 simple goals for all of our clients: full medical recovery and ultimately full monetary compensation. We understand that it can be overwhelming to face the uncertainty in the wake of an accident. We will be there with you at each step in the legal and healthcare process. You will pay nothing unless we win your case. Dial 1-800-LYFE-LAW or check us out at lyfe.com. Life Law, official sponsors of USC Athletics.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of USC Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Your USC Trojans fight on here.
You know where that is?
AM 790 KABC.
Trojans with the only scoring in the first quarter, 80-yard drive. Caleb Williams to Dorian Singer, a 17-yard pass, 7-0 the score, but San Jose State knocking on the door at the 1-yard line now to start the second quarter. Game stats powered by the LA Department of Water and Power, and the Spartans have the advantage in yards, 105-80, and in first downs, 8-4, and they've ran 18 plays to the Trojans 10. So the real key here is trying to stop Chevan Cordero, and I'm sure a lot of opponents for San Jose State are going to be talking about that all season long until somebody does, and I don't know if you can, because he's pretty good at what he does. And let's go down to Jordan before we start the second quarter.
We talked about a lot last season that very few opponents, if any, were able to do. Is the best way to defend Caleb Williams is to keep him off the field. Credit to San Jose State. Yeah, they're losing 7-0, but they're a yard away from tying it, and Caleb Williams has only touched the ball once in that opening quarter. San Jose State's taking its time and been efficient.
Cordero, handoff. Robinson actually gets thrown for a loss. The man who had the most to do with the tackle is Bear Alexander. Alexander, 6'3", 3 bills, true sophomore from Georgia. Transfer from Georgia and IMG Academy, where he went to high school.
Yeah, great job at the point of attack there from the defensive line. Mason Cobb's able to come off that backside and kind of get a hand on his foot and try to trip that play up early. Now it's a little more space for the Trojans to work here.
Second and goal at the 2. Double tight end left. Man in motion. Cordero will keep. Roll right. In trouble. Winds and throws it away. Third and goal at the 2. Flag is down. What'd you see?
Yeah, there's a flag on the back end. Looks like holding maybe. At the tight end maybe on Campbell.
Holding. Defense number 7. Half the distance of the goal. Automatic first down.
Well, you had a third and goal. Now you got a first and goal again. By the way, that sideline report presented by DirecTV, leader in sports on Saturday and every other day.
That's a tough penalty there. Cordero's throwing it away on that. Doesn't really have anything to do with the play. Kalen Bullock's got to do a better job in that situation here. You know, you got to let go. Can't get too handsy down there in the end zone.
Stopped him on first down last time. Robinson, the one back, about 8 yards back of the quarterback Cordero, who's up under center. He'll give it to Robinson, and he will score. Touchdown, San Jose State. And with the extra point, they will tie the game here in the early stages of the first half. And the crowd here at the Coliseum, which I would estimate to be in the neighborhood of 50,000 or so, is a little bit on the stunned side.
Yeah, pretty quiet in here now. San Jose State with a nice drive there. Cordero picking up that big third down, which is really a backbreaker there, extending the drive. You know, early in the season here, defense is not in the best shape they're going to be in all season. These long drives early in this heat can wear on you a little bit there. Trojans bend all the way, and Cordero's able to lead into the end zone.
Extra point try by Halverson is up and good. We've got a break in the action with 14-12 left, first half. 12-play, 72-yard drive, and the Trojans did not handle the quarterback very well and pay the price. Robinson scores from 1 out, 7-7 tie. Back after this on the Trojan Football Media Network.
Hi, I'm a helpful Southern California Honda person, and this is what happened when I called Alicia with a random act of helpfulness.
I have a friend. She has 2 daughters. Her daughters are teenagers. Every little girl, they always dreaming about the quinceañera when they're like 5 years old. They want their princess dress and all of that. She ran out of budget, and unfortunately, she doesn't have any funds to make this dream party for them real. And it really makes me sad.
Well, that's why we're going to pay for both of their quinceañeras.
Oh, for real?
Yes, of course.
Oh, my God. That is so awesome.
And we're going to pay you for sharing your story on the radio.
Oh, my God. I mean, you know what? I'm shaking.
Today, we helped make 2 dream quinceañeras a reality, and we can help you too with Honda Service Pass. Free factory scheduled maintenance for 2 years or 24,000 miles, whichever comes first. It comes included with all 2023 Hondas, like the CR-V. Visit SoCalHondaDealers.com and see your helpful SoCal Honda dealer for details.
Covering the Trojans on the field.
Caleb keeps it, rolls right. He'll run it. No, he backs off instead of running.
Stop moving.
Steps up, steps back, steps forward, throws for the end zone.
Oh, no.
Is damn near impossible.
Punt! Touchdown! USC!
Luckily, they do it from behind the mic.
Wait.
That's an option. Trojans Live, Monday nights at 7, exclusively on your home for Trojans football, AM 790 KABC. Check out our other winning team, Armstrong and Getty, morning 6 to 9 on AM 790 KABC.
You know, there is one score from a year ago that would say, hey, maybe you better watch out for these guys. They went to Auburn in front of 83,000 last year and lost 24-16. That's not bad. Auburn's not an easy place to play. They also lost at Fresno State 17-10. Not an easy thing to do. So, you know, it's not a bad football team. 7-5 a year ago. They shouldn't be on the same level as this USC team in particular, but right now they are. It's 7-7 early in the second quarter here at the Coliseum. Cordero, 5 carries, 39 yards in the first quarter. 6 for 8 passing for 28 yards, while Caleb Williams was 1 for 3 for 13 yards. It was a touchdown. Austin Jones, 2 carries for 41. Those are the stat leaders for USC. Does Jordan have something for us? His light is flashing there. I believe he does, so we'll go back down to him in just a second. The kickoff is about a yard and a half deep in the end zone, and it is bobbled there by Raleek Brown, and so he'll just take a knee, and the Trojans will bring it back out on the touchback. By the way, I mentioned Notre Dame, 13th ranked Irish beat Navy 42-3. Sam Hartman, their new quarterback, 19 of 23 for 251 yards and 4 touchdowns. It's a good start.
Nice.
For the new guy. Oh, we do have Jordan ready to go. Well, we have another break here, so we should do that first. I believe we're behind in commercial timeouts. Timeout on the field still now with 14-12 remaining in the half. Back after these messages on the Trojan Football Media Network.
Did you know Jersey Mike's Subs freshly slices the meat right in front of you? It's a Jersey Mike's thing. And did you know I, Danny DeVito, am disqualified from being named world's sexiest man?
The first statement about fresh slicing at Jersey Mike's is true, but Mr. DeVito's second statement is false and not endorsed by Jersey Mike's.
I endorse it.
Jersey Mike's does not.
I do.
We don't.
Do.
Don't.
Do.
Do not.
Do. Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
You don't have to train and compete at an elite level to enjoy the benefits of Honey Stinger products. Honey Stinger produces fuel for athletes of all kinds using delicious honey and organic ingredients. Not only is honey rich in antioxidants, but it's also easily digested and absorbed quickly into the system to help you prepare, perform, and recover. Turn to Honey Stinger to achieve your performance goals and feel better along the way. Honey Stinger, official nutrition partner of USC Athletics. In today's college athletics landscape, a strong name, image, and likeness program is an essential pillar to on-field success. House of Victory is an alumni-led, nonprofit collective dedicated to providing a competitive edge in the NIL space for USC student athletes. Contributions allow our coaches and programs to recruit and retain elite athletes while allowing the student athletes to shine beyond the game. House of Victory is calling on all Trojan fans for your support. To join our alumni community and benefit student athletes, visit houseofvictory.com or text HOV to 53555.
While USC is making game-changing moves on the field, Athletic Brewing Company is changing up what's in the cooler while you enjoy the game. Athletic Brewing crafts great-tasting and award-winning non-alcoholic beers that are fit for all times. When it comes to flavor, there's no competition. Try it for yourself. First-time customers can use code USC10 to get 10% off their first six-pack at athleticbrewing.com. Near beer, fit for all times. Exclusions and conditions apply.
Taking you inside the huddle. From the comfort of your car. Trojans Live, Monday nights at 7 on KABC.
Trojan fans, time to get your roll on with Roll 'em Up Taquitos, the official taquito of USC Athletics. Visit rollemup.com to find the location nearest you. Fight on and roll 'em up. All right, SC ball first down at the 25. Now finding themselves back in a tie game just like it was when it started. Snap back to Caleb Williams. Hand off to Marshawn Lloyd. He's tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a half a yard. And let's go down and spend some time with Jordan Moore.
Well, the key play on that last drive was the 3rd and 23 scramble. And Lincoln Riley talked about the pass rush this week. He talked about it's not about one guy winning up front. It's about corralling the quarterback in the pocket. Something San Jose State's trying to do to Caleb Williams. The Trojans have not been able to do it to Cordero so far.
Blake McCree lines up as a fullback on the left side, looks confused, starts to go to the right, comes back to the left. One back, behind Caleb is Lloyd. The handoff, and he gives it right back to Caleb Williams, and Williams then rolls right, stays on his feet, and is driven out of bounds after a very short 2-yard gain at the 27-yard line. It was lucky that wasn't much worse, too. Marshawn Lloyd got hit just as he was taking the handoff, and he really never took it.
Yeah, San Jose State doing a good job defensively. They're just marking every player, make sure somebody's got everybody. It's tough to get Caleb Williams gather at the end, but a good job of tackling the running back there, just making sure they go down the checklist of things until they force Caleb to just kind of out of bounds and stumble out of bounds there.
Yeah, 39 sacks last year as a unit. USC only had 40. That's not much different. 3rd down and 8 at the 27. Trojans a play away from giving it right back to the Spartans, who just scored on a long drive to tie the game. Caleb in trouble. Has to throw it away and does. 3 and out for the Trojans. And Caleb Williams down on the turf at the 2-yard line, getting up very slowly and dejectedly walking off the field as SC will have to punt. Welcome back to Trojan football. The second quarter presented by Southern California's own Stone Brewing, proud partner of USC Athletics and craft beer pioneer since 1996. And a flag on the play.
Going to get up for grounding.
Intentional grounding.
Yep, no one in the area there out of frustration. Caleb checks it over there. He could tell he's frustrated after play. He laid on the ground a little bit after that one. Trojans getting frustrated here.
USC number 10 is now number 45.
They're playing at the tempo that San Jose State wants them to here. Just kind of slowed it down here to a trickle. That's only the second possession for the Trojans, and here's coming up on the 3rd for San Jose State.
As a first-team all-conference punter for Arizona State, Eddie Czaplisky, 44 yards per kick. This one will be fair caught at about the 42-yard line on the USC side of the field, bringing us to another break in the action. We've got 12 minutes, 45 seconds left in the second quarter. The score, USC 7, San Jose State 7 on the Trojan Football Media Network. At USC Credit Union, we're driven by the winning spirit of the Trojan family, and as a valued member of our family, we make sure you win too. When you join USC Credit Union, you get more than great services. You become part of an institution designed to put financial success in your hands. Better rates, personal attention, and a not-for-profit approach that puts you first. How's that for a winning financial plan? Join USC Credit Union today, the official credit union of USC Athletics. Head to usccreditunion.org/fight-on to learn more. Federally insured by the NCUA.
USC Trojan fans, Smart Stop Self Storage is ready for game day. Smart Stop Self Storage is committed to making the self-storage experience easy and hassle-free for all Trojan fans. Whether you're storing your Trojans tailgate gear, need temporary storage while moving to a new home, or need a storage solution for your business, we're here for you with convenient locations throughout Southern California. Smart Stop Self Storage, the smarter way to store. Visit smartstop.com to reserve your space today. Fight on. Fight on.
Well, it's been a long offseason, but Trojans football is finally here. Unfortunately, you won't be.
We're going where with your mother?
Relax. With KABC, you can fight on no matter where you are. On the go with the free KABC app. Online at KABC.com and always on air on 790 AM. So go conquer the weekend. We've got your back. Your quarterback, your halfback, you get the point. Your home for Trojans football. AM 790 KABC. Tackling the day's headlines. John Phillips. Weekdays noon to 3 on AM 790 KABC.
Things not going exactly as planned. Early on, the Trojans stopped San Jose and drove 80 yards for a score to make it 7-0. But since then, the Spartans have kind of been in control of this ball game. A long drive to tie the game. Just stop the Trojans on a 3-and-out and get it right back now. Such is the way of new things that we're trying. And so they finally got it up and running after a little bit of finagling. And you could watch us if you want to on the Audi Radio Booth Cam, brought to you by your local SoCal Audi dealers, live on YouTube/USC Athletics. I understand we have a bunch of people watching from all over the place, including foreign countries.
Nice.
Spartan ball, first down at the 42, in shadows on the left side from our vantage point at the Coliseum press box. High above the southern sideline. Handoff, Kyrie Robinson. Trojans diving at him and then string him out of bounds. And he'll get not very much, if any. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. I think they'll actually give him a loss on the play of a yard. 2nd and 11.
So Eric Gentry on the has rotated into the game here. Number 18, long number Eric Gentry. Tackett Cruz got the start. Looks like 18's getting a chance to show what he's got.
He is a long drink of water at 6'6", 215, and that wingspan we talked about a lot last year is over 7 foot. Lucas lined up, ready to go. Heads for the quarterback, Cordero. That's knocked down at the line. Up in the middle of the line, I think, Bear Alexander. You'd have to see a replay of it to make sure, but it's incomplete at any rate, and it'll be 3rd and about 11.
Yeah, you can usually tell which defensive lineman's able to get his hands on it because they like to celebrate that, because nothing like getting your hand on a tip pass there for a defensive lineman. It's like getting a PBU right there for a DB.
Was Bear with the deflection. 3rd and 12. This is where Cordero's been difficult, to say the least. On a 3rd and 23, picked up the first down. Gave San Jose State really the shot at getting the touchdown that tied the game up. Empty backfield for Cordero. Flags down before the play can develop. Just over 12 to play in the half.
Offense, number 88. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Guess he operates best when it's longer.
Yeah, maybe you said, hey, I did it from longer last time. Sam Olsen's having a rough start, tight end, a couple drop passes and a false start there. So 88 not off to a great start, but Trojans looked like they were bringing some kind of a exotic blitz there. It's kind of what hurt them in the last 3rd and long. See if this one can get home, maybe the guys kind of peel back off and don't blitz at all.
First games are tough for everybody. There's a lot to work on, and you haven't been able to work on it against anybody besides yourself. Cordero being rushed, steps up in the pocket, hit, and will be brought down around the 40-yard line. Eric Gentry, and San Jose will have to punt. Well, that was a needed stop for USC for sure.
There's an adjustment from Alex Grinch there. Last 3rd down and long, he brought some heat, tried to get home to Cordero. This time, 3-man rush, and kind of Eric Gentry in that little spy location, just watching Cordero. And number 18, you know how long he is. He covers a lot of ground and able to get Cordero down before he gets back to the sticks.
Weir, the punter, the all-time leading passer in Colfax high school history, kicks it to Zechariah Branch, but Branch just angles over to the Trojans sideline and watches it go out of bounds, and a flag goes down because 2 guys were trying to be tough with each other, it looked like, at about the 27-yard line, away from the ball by about 10 yards. The Joint Chiropractic helping to bring you today's game. They can help ease your pain and keep you moving. To learn more and to claim the $29 new patient special.
During the return, holding, receiving team number 16. 10-yard penalty from the end of the kick. 1st down.
To learn more, visit thejoint.com today. Why? The ball's bouncing around. It's going out of bounds. Why would you hold anyone?
I don't know. Lincoln doesn't like that call. You can see him arguing down on the sideline there. Taj Washington on the play. Not sure quite what happened there. They look like the 2 guys got caught up in it.
Timeout on the field with 11:26 left, first half. Still 7-7, USC at San Jose State on the Trojan Football Media Network.
Basketball isn't just skill, it's strategy. Why should your future be any different? Take control of your own financial future with iTrust Capital. Buy and sell cryptocurrencies inside a tax-advantage IRA. There's 0 sign-up fees and 24/7 access. Trojan fans get a $100 funding bonus. Get back in the game. Sign up at itrustcapital.com/USC-Trojans. iTrust Capital is the proud partner of USC Athletics. Taxes and conditions may apply. These cryptocurrencies are a speculative investment.
This summer, Coors Light wants you to retire, even if it's only temporary. Take a break from your 9 to 5 for 9 holes of golf. Trade those spreadsheets for a bingo card. Or swap your office chair for a water aerobics floaty.
Cool noodles up, everyone!
This summer, welcome to temporary retirement. Coors Light, made to chill. Copyright 2023 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Honey Stinger helps you prepare, perform, and recover throughout your athletic journey. Made with delicious honey and organic ingredients, Honey Stinger provides the fuel you'll need to push harder and go farther. Turn to Honey Stinger to achieve your performance goals and feel better along the way. Discover what all the buzz is about on honeystinger.com. Use code FIGHTON30 for 30% off organic waffles, chews, gels, and bars to help you sweeten the burn. Honey Stinger, official nutrition partner of USC Athletics.
Your home for Trojans football. AM 790 KABC.
Trojans and Spartans of San Jose State tied at 7, 11:26 left first half. Men's water polo team, highly ranked again this year, playing in the UC San Diego tournament. Today beat Cal Baptist and Pomona Pitzer. Tomorrow we'll take on Biola and UC San Diego, returning home to meet Cal in a conference match on September the 9th. Women's soccer beat Michigan 1-0. Upset fourth-ranked Duke on Thursday 3-1. Play North Carolina tomorrow on the ACC network at 10 in the morning. And the women's volleyball team came up short against number 19 Houston last night, playing number 23 Rice in Texas today. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the Trojan Football Media Network.
Your home for Trojans football.
How do you do?
And your home for fast-paced, fact-based talk.
We're not CNN. We do actual facts here.
KABC, Los Angeles, Orange County, a Cumulus media station.
That's what we do.
After the hold on the punt return that wasn't, sets the Trojans back to the 8-yard line. Caleb Williams goes back to work, throws a quick out right side. That's caught and immediately hit is Dorian Singer at the 17-yard line. The original line was 13, so a gain of 4, 2nd and 6. San Jose State is flying around a little bit here, Shaun. They look pretty good.
The Trojans are trying to pick up the tempo a little bit. I don't think Lincoln likes the speed of the game right now.
Caleb drops the pass, has lots of room. Waiting, throws underneath. That's complete. Zechariah Branch fakes outside, cuts it back inside, comes up short of the first down marker as he steps out of bounds right at the 15. So it'll be 3rd and 3. So a little bit of the elusiveness of Zechariah Branch there.
Yeah, not a good place for Matthew Tago there. San Jose State linebacker right there, one-on-one. Does a good job of using the sideline, but you can definitely see Zach Branch has a little elusiveness to him in there on the sideline.
Trojans changing offensive players, and so San Jose State being given the opportunity to do the same, and they do. So one of the officials holding things up till everybody gets set. Now they are, and a 3rd and 3 for USC. They're back in their own end at the 15-yard line in the 7-7 time. Caleb being rushed, throws underneath, it's complete, and a first down picked up by Taj Washington. Good read by Caleb as he saw the pressure coming through where it was coming from, and a first down. Trojans out at the 24.
Yeah, you can really see his progression right there. He's looking to the right, going through his progression, sees the heat coming, changes his arm angle right there to get that one to old reliable 16 Taj Washington.
Two-back set with Lake McCree as the fullback on the left side of Caleb Williams. Behind him is Austin Jones and a new set of downs as the ball is dropped. Caleb picks it up, trying to make something happen. Throws long, and it is complete. And to the 30, the 20, the 15, 10, 5, and touchdown USC, Taj Washington. Something out of nothing. It was a fumbled snap. Caleb went back. Most coaches will tell you to fall on the ball. Not Caleb Williams, not Mr. Heisman Trophy. Picks it up and throws a touchdown pass. How do you do?
And Caleb Williams seems like he has eyes everywhere. He fumbles that ball, and before he goes down to pick up, looked like he gave it a glance to see, I think I got Taj Washington deep, because right when he picks up the ball, he just heaves it as far as he can. He knows he's got 16 deep already and hits right on stride. What a play by Caleb Williams, just knowing where his guys are at and how far deep Taj Washington had got behind the defender.
The very definition of busted play, I believe. Dennis Lynch will try the extra point. It's up, and it is good. When things seem bleak, something good happens. Timeout on the field. We've got 9 minutes and 38 seconds left in the first half. Let's see how San Jose State responds now. It's the Trojans 14, the Spartans 7 of the Trojan Football Media Network.
They're not just the Trojans, they're your Trojans. Customize your Wells Fargo debit card or open an account today and show your Trojan pride with every purchase. Get started at wellsfargo.com/Trojans. Wells Fargo is proud to be the official retail bank of USC Athletics. Copyright 2023, Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC, and fight on.
Hey, are you feeling the heat?
No, this makeshift air conditioner I made with my fridge is working great.
Oh. LADWP has rebates up to $225 on new air conditioners to help you beat the heat and save money. Ooh, that sounds cool. Plus, you can sign up for Level Pay to get predictable monthly bills for easy budgeting. Very cool. Stay cool. Visit LADWP.com/cool-LA.
Now, can you help me fix my fridge?
Looking for the play of the day? That's easy. Fight on to victory with USC and fly on faster with ONT, the fastest and easiest airport experience in SoCal. Not to mention, Ontario International Airport has over 65 nonstop flights to more than 20 major destinations with less traffic coming in and out. In other words, getting here is a breeze, and so is following our Trojans anywhere the season takes them. Because let's be honest, faster is always better when it comes to your airport. Start planning your next journey today at SoCalSoEasy.com.
Defending your bottom line from a sack lunch.
That's what we call a sack lunch.
Motech on Money. Afternoons at 5 on KABC.
Well, that game-changing play brought to you by Athletic Brewing Company. Athletic Brewing crafts great tasting and award-winning non-alcoholic brews available in store and online at athleticbrewing.com. Use code USC10 at checkout for 10% off your first six-pack order. Exclusions and conditions do apply. And we're all sitting up here going, well, that was interesting. Jordan Moore's got some interesting something for us too.
Yeah, the sun is now just about down behind the video board at the west end of the Coliseum, but it was brutally low and in the eyes of Caleb Williams. I wonder if that had something to do with the drop snap. I mean, it was really low and made it difficult for anyone in the USC offense looking in that direction to see. But he was able to squint and see enough of Taj Washington out there in the distance when he picked it up.
Kickoff. And it'll be down around the 4-yard line, but instead of bringing it out, it'll be a fair catch called for by Jernigan, so out to the 25-yard line. I went to a high school game last night that was played east-west, and boy, at 7 o'clock at night, you didn't want to choose that end of the field because your receivers would be looking right into the sun the whole time.
That time of year when you're getting that sun playing in these games here. I think the most remarkable thing about that play right there was just that Caleb Williams was flat-footed. His feet, he was not in position to throw a ball, 50 yards in the air. He's
got a strong arm.
Yeah, it was all arm that he chucked that on, and to have the wherewithal. He might have known before where he was going with that ball. Maybe they saw something in the defense that they were going to strike that deep, but he picked it up and all armed it all the way out to Taj Washington.
Trojans have scored in 320 consecutive games. That's a school record. Out of the pistol, it'll be Cordero to hand off straight behind him. And now the Trojan defense seems to have awakened as Tyree Robinson barely gets back to the line of scrimmage before 3 Trojans will fall on him there. 2nd down and 10. Still 9.5 minutes away from halftime, but when we get there, our Southern California Audi Dealers halftime show. Check scores. We'll hear from Lincoln Riley coming out of the locker room. Might have some choice words about a little bit of the first half. 2nd and 10. Jernigan had lined up in the backfield, now splits wide to the left. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Throw behind a pick, goes to Jernigan. And Jernigan is pushed backwards after a very short game, 2-yard game by Tackett Curtis, the freshman, who from all accounts is a sideline-to-sideline guy that has a motor that never quits.
Yeah, you got to see the speed there. It looked like they might have, San Jose might have some work on that little screen right there, and 25 came flying over from out of nowhere and made a tackle. He likes to throw it in there, and there you can see the speed in the open field.
One thing the Spartans seem to do better than most is find plays that work to get them a little tiny opening, and then they're able to make an advantage of that. At least they have been much of the game so far here today. From behind, Cordero gets plugged. Look out now as he gets knocked down by Jamil Muhammad, and then Muhammad tried to step back over him. I don't think he was doing it unsportingly, but sometimes you get called for that kind of thing. As he came from behind Muhammad and really rammed into Cordero and forced him to throw the ball poorly. Incomplete pass, 4th down.
Yeah, Alex Grinch going with the 3-man rush again because they got burned on that blitz on 3rd down. And that time Solomon Byrd stays outside, keeps a little more contained on Cordero. He can't tuck it and run. And that sets up Jamil Muhammad on the back end, getting that clean shot off the backside.
Weir, about a 40-yard per kick man. Gets it to Zechariah Branch at the 35, outside of the 40, up the sideline 45, and they just runs out of turf. Did he get to the 50? Not quite to the 48-yard line, but Pretty good speed and moves for Zechariah Branch, freshman from Bishop Gorman. They opened their high school season pretty well this past weekend.
The only person that's tackled Zechariah Branch so far is the sideline. Pretty elusive there, Pete. I like that little 10-yard little gallop there.
Any punt return is a good punt return in my book. 10 yards is a long one, really. First down at the 48. Lots of time left in the half. 8:03 to go in it. Trojans lead 14-7, trying to make it more. They'll get the ball to start the second half after San Jose won the flip and decided to receive the first half kickoff. Caleb, when last seen, threw a 76-yard touchdown pass to Taj Washington. He's got Marshawn Lloyd as the single running back to his right. Long count. Handoff to Lloyd. Lloyd gets hit as he takes the snap, but drags Tago forward across the 50 to the San Jose 49-yard line. We'll get to play a little comparative score next week as San Jose will go back home and host Oregon State. Oregon State's supposed to be pretty good this year. Caleb with the snap on the second down play. Running around in the backfield, then decides my clock has run out, I'm going to go. And then he throws underneath, tried to hit coming back Marshawn Lloyd at the 45, but
Lloyd, the intended receiver.
Incomplete pass will bring up third down at about 7.
Gotta give San Jose State credit there. They did a good job on the back end, covering everybody up. Offensive line did a great job protecting for Caleb. Got all kinds of time, just couldn't find anybody before time ran out.
Caleb had hit his last 4 in a row prior to that one. Has another chance here on 3rd and 7. Lloyd to his right. Makai Lemon split wide to the right side. The freshman throw over the middle, though. That's complete. Zechariah Branch, a little too fancy on his feet, trying to get a move in. He got enough moves in to get the first down at the 31, but he kind of fell down when he was trying to be a little too fancy. And a first down to the 31-yard line. 17-yard pickup. Right back to the line of scrimmage, and here they come. Caleb sees an opening and runs. 25, laterals back to Zechariah Branch, and he's stepping out of bounds as soon as he took the lateral. But he does manage to get 8 yards out of that. I don't know how that's scored on a statistical nature. Do you? Bertawada, our spotter and statistician, he's not. I don't know. Somebody's going to get 8 yards there. Yeah, I think it's Caleb who gets that. I think.
A little wrinkle there for the offense. I've seen it twice already, kind of that little option play. Caleb, good job by Zechariah Branch, keeping that option distance away from Caleb so he has enough space to get him the ball. But a little wrinkle there from Lincoln Riley this year.
2nd and 2 at the 23, going into closed end of the Coliseum, leading 14-7, halfway through the second quarter here at the Coliseum. Handoff to Lloyd. Lloyd trying to find something and then kind of slithers his way down to the 20. And that's enough, though. He needed 2. He got 3.
Not pretty by any means there, Pete. Just saw the chain right there and just kind of dove at it. Nobody ever even tackled him. I think he saw the spot on the floor where he'd get a first down and jumped at it.
So the Trojans in the red zone. Pass this way, complete, and waddling his way forward is Kyron Hudson. Hudson brought down by Chase Williams, his former teammate at Corona Roosevelt, played for USC here. Now playing for San Jose State. Pickup of 8 on the play. Trojans moving closer now, got down to the 12. Handoff, Lloyd spins, turns, stumbles, falls forward to the 9. 1st and goal, USC. It's spicy now. The Trojans in the La Victoria red zone. 1st and goal from the 9.
Yeah, Lloyd looks like a patient runner. Doesn't look like he's going to step on it right away. Just kind of waits for his hole right there. Someone grabs his foot, spins out of it, able to pick up that first down.
A lot of easy running yardage in the first drive of the game, and since then it's been tough sledding. Twin backs, Jones and Marshawn Lloyd. Lloyd to the left, Jones to the right. Caleb in the shotgun as usual. Hands it off to Lloyd. Lloyd stumbles at the 9, gets down to the 5, maybe even the 4.5. Well, he's the tough big back, although only 5'9". He weighs 210, and he's tough to bring down, and he's able to get a good 5-yard, certainly 4-yard pickup there, bringing the Trojans a 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Yeah, not the kind of back to shy away from contact there. He just gets physical with it, puts his head down, picks up his yardage.
Now here's Amarian Peterson, the true freshman out of Texas, and he's the 2nd back with Austin Jones off to the right side behind the slotted Lake McCree. 2nd and goal from just inside the 5. Dedich up over the ball, waiting for the call from Caleb Williams. The Heisman Trophy winner takes it head high, gives to Peterson. Peterson dives down to the 3, maybe the 2-yard line. It'll be 3rd down. I said Peterson, but I believe it's Quentin Joyner. My mistake. 21, Quentin Joyner, the freshman from Texas. And now Joyner will be hustling off the field. And taking his place in the lineup will be another tight end, Jude Wolfe. Good to see him back. Injury problems last year. Caleb Williams drops a towel that he had wrapped around his waist, throws it off to his backside, out of the pistol with Austin Jones behind him on 3rd and goal from the 2.5. Hand off to Jones, right side into the line, towards the goal line, across the goal line and into the end zone for a touchdown Austin Jones and a touchdown USC. Good drive. Tough drive too, wasn't easy.
Yeah, not all the flashy there with the bomb passes and the long Caleb plays there. Here, Lincoln Riley last 4 or 5 plays decide we're just going to pound it here at the ground. They run that guard trap a couple times there, little zone read on the inside, letting the big guys tee off in the run game, and the Trojans showing their physicality up front and the touchdown run.
10 plays, 52 yards, and a nice 4.5-minute drive, leaving 3:31 on the clock. San Jose State will get the ball here, but if the Trojans can have another good defensive stop, chance to get it back, score again, and then do the double when you come out of the locker room getting the second half kickoff. So we'll see. Old Dominion Freight Line, one of our great sponsors, the official freight carrier of USC's athletics, helping the world keep promises. Pete Arbogast and Shaun Cody, Jordan Moore down on the field. I assume, Jordan, I'll call him in, that things are a little happier down there. I bet it was a little tense there for a bit.
Well, I'm starting to feel some momentum down here, Pete. It wasn't tense. It was just stale, and that's why I gave credit in the first quarter to San Jose State. It was a really hot first quarter down here. They kept Caleb Williams and the offense on the bench. They had these long drives. They kept the crowd quiet, and everything just started to feel sort of cranky and stale, and now all of a sudden USC's on the front foot, has the momentum because the defense is getting on and off the field quickly. And I think Eric Gentry's been a real difference maker, guys. He did not start this game, but he has been in there for the last 2 series and 2 stops. So credit to Gentry, who certainly was looked at going into the year as one of the stars of this defense, but seems to have taken a competition or a demotion well coming out of camp. Came off the bench in this one, but has made some plays. And I also think Alex Grinch has made some adjustments. He got beat on that covered 0. An all-out blitz on that 3rd and long ever since he's trying to force Cordero to throw the football on those 3rd downs, and it just seems like Cordero really wants to beat USC with his legs, not his arm.
And he did pretty well at it on that one long drive for sure, especially on that 3rd and 23 that he picked up that set him up for the touchdown. Lincoln Riley in his 2nd year as the head coach here, 7th as head coach, and he's only going to be 40 years old in a few days next week. The man from Muleshoe is 66-13 in his young career. 17 bowls in 20 years, not just as a head coach, but an assistant coach. Had stints at Texas Tech, East Carolina, of course, Oklahoma. And his staff returned. That's big. That's huge. There's only 7 schools in the country that have all their coaches back this year from last year.
Yeah, this day and age, really rare. Coaches are trying to climb that ladder, trying to find the next spot they can cash in on. Give credit to Lincoln Riley, keeping his group together, keeping everyone happy here, trying to build something special and getting the coaches to buy into that for another year.
See Reggie Bush's news conference the other day here?
I did not see it, but I've heard good things. I think Reggie's trying to get the ball rolling with NC2A, get his Heisman Trophy back, get maybe his couple wins back for the old Trojans.
He's been named to the College Football Hall of Fame and will be inducted at a dinner in Vegas on my birthday in December. Now Mark Carrier and Dennis Thurman have been put on the ballot as finalists. Carrier, one of our
overdue
former colleagues on the Trojan Radio Network. He was the sideline announcer some years ago for a short period. The kickoff coming up as the Trojans now lead 21-7. 3.5 to go in the half. And the kickoff will be fielded short at about the 10-yard line and only out to the 22 or so. Will come the local kid Jernigan. Tackled by the kicker, Lynch. Lynch is a different cat. Dresses well. At least interestingly.
Well. Is that what we're going to call it? We're going to call it well.
Interestingly. Stylishly. How's that? Stylishly. Well, it's not your style.
I like interestingly.
It's not your style. It's his style. I like it. Cool guy.
Keeps it fresh.
Kyrie Robinson, K-A-I-R-E-E, to the right of Cordero, who will wind and throw. It's complete up the left sideline, an easy first down for Nick Nash. Nash, a former quarterback before Cordero came in. Business major, Woodbridge High in Irvine, where he was the Pacific Coast League Offensive Player of the Year for Woodbridge's best team in a lot of years. First down on the play, out to the 38. 16-yard pickup. Quali Conley in as the running back, and he will get the handoff and run into Kyron Bars. And Bars will throw him down after a short gain of 1 at the 39. We keep an eye on the clock now, because if the Trojans could hold them on the second down play, they might call a timeout if it's third and long, maybe. Key on that. Bars lines up right in the middle along with Bear Alexander. Lucas off to the left side, shows he's coming hard. Throw, bobbled, and they're going to call it a catch by Sam Olsen. I'm not sure of that. Might want to look at that. Out to the 44-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 4. Have you seen the replay on that? Did he hang on to that?
It looked like he did. Not too much argument from the sideline right in front of the Trojans.
Yeah, they didn't. They weren't chirping about it afterwards. Well, Olsen had dropped a couple earlier. This is a big play. 3rd down and 4. Minute 7 minutes on the clock. I check a minute 57, minute 56. Long count for Cordero. Man in motion. Cordero in trouble. Throws off his back foot, and it is caught but out of bounds. The Trojan 35-yard line. Incomplete pass. 4th down. So the Trojans should get it back with a long field. And a minute 42 left, or a little bit less than that, and all of their allotment of times out remaining.
Yeah, he almost caught that one on the sideline. Tackett Curtis lost his eyes for a little bit, able to make up some ground when he's covering that running back coming out of the backfield in that wheel route. But makes it a tough throw for Cordero, and they can't hook up. 4th down for San Jose State.
And you never know what Zechariah Branch is going to do here. The freshman waiting back at his own 16. Sees the punt go over his head and into the end zone for a touchback. So the Trojans will have that much time. 1 minute 35 seconds left in the half. Try to get another score here. And as we mentioned, maybe the double, because they do get the ball coming out of the locker room to start the second half. Jordan Moore has some impressions on stuff.
Yeah, one guy who's really stood out to me here in this first half is the freshman Zechariah Branch. You know, we knew the pedigree, 5 stars, #1 receiver in the country coming in, but just seeing him out here, it really feels like the first time since Adoree Jackson that USC's just had that guy that if the ball's in his hand, you believe anything is possible. He had a punt return that almost popped every time he gets it on the move as a receiver. Obviously, Adoree was a two-way player, but Zechariah on the offensive side of the ball really has that same just natural playmaker feel.
I had a little feel for Raleek Brown last year in that regard, but it never quite happened. Every once in a while, he'd get loose a little bit. First down, 20-yard line. Brendan Rice on the left side. The handoff goes to Austin Jones, though. And with scant few seconds on the clock, only a minute and a half to go in the half, the Trojans leading 21-7, put it on the ground for the first play.
I think they're looking to try to catch San Jose State off guard there. San Jose State, give them credit, they're ready for that run play.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Trojans in the hurry up as usual. Caleb being rushed, in trouble, steps up, gets away, chased from behind, rolls this way, directing traffic, then just runs out of bounds in front of the San Jose State bench down below us. Say at the 25-yard line. Flag is down behind the play.
Holding, offense, number 79. 10-yard penalty. Replay second down.
Got a case of just trying to protect your boy out in the side there?
Yeah, Jonah Monheim wasn't responsible. Really, the pressure came up the middle right there. Just a loss of responsibility. Alana Noah, the first start here as a Trojan there, looked like he might have got mixed up with Justin Diedish. They let guy go right up the middle, and that started the play there. Caleb Williams had to start shuffling his feet after that.
So the penalty drives the Trojans back to the 13-yard line. 2nd and 17. Just over a minute to play in the half. SC up 21-7. Snap back, throws, complete, and out across the 15 goes Mario Williams to the 16-yard line. That's not going to get it done. It's going to be 3rd and fairly long, only 49 seconds left in the half. They don't want to give it back to San Jose. And the Spartans maybe now call timeout. They did. Sure, that's smart. You bet.
It took a little bit of time. They should have called that quicker, I think.
Jordan's sideline report presented by DirecTV, a leader in sports on Saturday and every other day. Coming up at halftime, we'll have a look at our biggest moment in the first half. Check the stats, highlights, scores of other games. Lots going on the Southern California Audi Dealers halftime show. We'll check in with John Jackson as well about our halftime adjustments that need to be made in his estimation. What a nice day, summer day.
Beautiful.
I've been here hot when it's hotter in August. Next Saturday, 3:30 start time against Nevada as we celebrate the 100th anniversary of the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. We'll talk more about all the great things that have happened in this wonderful building over the years.
Pete, you've been here for all those years, right?
A bunch of them.
All 100, right?
My first event here was in '62. Actually, though, from outside the gate, I saw the Dodgers play in '61.
Count it.
That counts?
Count it.
All right. It was the last out ever made by the Dodgers in the Coliseum. It was a double play ball hit by Jim Gilliam. Whistles, timeout USC. We were, my dad and family, we were visiting the sports arena, which was brand new at the time, and we were there to see the Ringling Brothers Circus.
Mm-hmm.
And being the big sports fan, he said, lights are still on. They're probably still playing. I was 6. So he ran us across the street, and we stood right under the torch and watched Gilliam grounded the double play, and he said, let's get going before the traffic goes. We got to get out of here.
That's what dads are always usually worried about, the traffic.
Trojans are 6 out of 7 on third down conversions. This one a long one, though, 3rd and 14. Can you afford to be a gambler here with 42 seconds left? You turn it over here, you're giving San Jose State points.
Yeah, it'd be interesting how Lincoln plays it here. You know, he trusts in his guy Caleb to make something happen here. Like you said, he'll be smart with the ball. Caleb,
what was your first trip to the Coliseum?
My first trip to the Coliseum?
First time you ever came in here?
Yeah, I think I came here for some kind of event before I came to play football here.
As a kid in high school?
Just can't recall what event.
Yeah. Did you come to SC games when you were a kid?
No, not really.
Snap back to Caleb on 3rd and 14. In trouble. Sack back at the 3. San Jose State will likely call another timeout. They do, as their coach, Brennan, sprinting down the sideline to get the attention of the side judge. And with 32 seconds left in the half, San Jose will force the Trojans to punt from deep in their own end zone. Trey Smith and Brian Parham from Long Beach Poly.
Like I just
sack.
said,
Second sack of the game.
Lincoln has trust in him to make the right decision there, but Caleb right there, not a great decision. Obviously not a great job by the offensive lineman holding up in their protection, but Caleb's got to do a better job deciding right there to get rid of that ball. Now you're putting the special teams and the punter in a tough position here. He's got to get a good one away to hopefully help the defense out.
They picked up Eddie Czaplicki from Arizona State for exactly this kind of thing. He averaged 45 yards a kick and a long punt of 75 yards for ASU. And the Trojans picked him up in the transfer portal. He's still got a couple of years of eligibility left. But, I mean, this one he's backed up to his end of his own end zone.
Yeah, you can't. Caleb Williams can't do that right there. That's a lesson right there. He's got to take moving on in the season right there. As long you got to get rid of that ball. So give your punter a chance. Now could get a little dicey here at the end of the half for the Trojans.
21-7. SC is leading, but it hasn't been easy. It looked easy at the start. Trojans drove 80 yards at the very beginning, led 7-0. But San Jose State came back to tie it up in the very early going in the second quarter. A fumbled snap. Caleb Williams back to pick it up and threw a 76-yard touchdown pass to make it 14-7, and then SC able to open it up to a 21-7 lead. Czaplicki, hold on now, whistles. Timeout called by SC before the punt.
Pretty interesting on the angle of the snap there. It seems like that snapper is on the left hash and the punter's like in the middle.
Unlike the past few years when USC has had an Australian rules kicker, is not the case here with Czaplicki. He's just a straight old take it, snap it, kick it.
Yeah, I don't know how many punt plays I've ever watched, but right there I did notice that. How about that?
Big dude, 6'1", 205. So I don't know if he's a tackler of any kind, but I think at that size maybe he played some other positions besides just punter in his high school team. You would have to think. I'll ask him next time I see him. He's a Ray Guy candidate. San Jose State, with 33 seconds remaining, still have one timeout left.
Well, now he's angled the other way.
Czaplicki about a yard inside the back line, gets a perfect snap back from Jack Casasante. A fair catch called for on the punt at the 45-yard line. They graze DJ Harvey, the return man, but no whistle and no flag. And so San Jose State has pretty good field position here. Not much time to work with, though. They do have one timeout and a chance to maybe get some more points before they go in the locker room. First down at the SC 46. Sideline, sideline, sideline with 27 seconds left.
Yeah, you got a timeout.
You have one. Kind of want to save that if you need a field goal at the end of this. Tyree Robinson, surprised if he's not in there for anything more than blocking or maybe a swing pass to the sideline. Chevan Cordero, up and down half, rolls left, throws over the middle, that's complete. And down inside the 30 to about the 27-yard line to Malachi Miller. Sierra Wright on the tackle. First down at the 28. And then spike that ball and stop the clock with 16 seconds left. Are they in field goal range? Probably not. Their two kickers are untested. Terrence Shivy, 12 of 18 last year. Long was 43. And the other guy, Halverson, has not tried a field goal for San Jose State. He did kick a little bit for Hawaii last year. Second and 10 at the 28. 16 seconds and a timeout left for San Jose, down 21-7. Cordero throws a sideline pass that's caught by one of the team managers over the head of tight end Sam Olson, who's 6'3". Third and 8. To try a field goal from here, you're talking about a 45-yarder, and then it's just who knows. And whether Shivy or Halverson kicks it. 13 seconds. Maybe you try to pick up some of this and then call your timeout and give your field goal kicker a chance to get 3. You concur?
Yeah. If I'm there, I take a shot.
Going deep?
Yeah.
Third and 8. Cordero, he did exactly that to the end zone, and he did it well. Touchdown, San Jose State. Nick Nash, local kid from Irvine, and Nash scores. He was all alone on the sideline near side. 21-13 with 8 seconds to go. San Jose State right back in the ball game. How do you do?
Yeah, that's what I thought, Pete. You just you don't have nothing to lose here. You're San Jose State. What's 3 points going to do for you? Why not take a shot here? If you're Brett Brennan, you got your guys going into halftime feeling a lot better if you take a shot. The Trojans let their guard down there, just not prepared, looking for maybe the, like you said, looking for maybe them to call a timeout or run some kind of outside running route. But Cordero takes a shot, and it pays off for San Jose State.
The extra point is up and is good. Well, a poor, you'd have to say, USC offensive series when they got the ball with 1:40 or so. They ended up having to kick it away. San Jose State got good field position there and turned it into 7.
Yeah, really, the offensive line and Caleb Williams put the defense in a poor position there. But you're the defense. You gotta play out the half. You can't let anybody behind you. Obviously, Max Williams, 2 of the guys you trust back there. I believe it was Max Williams, and I didn't see the other player. Who else is that? Is Damani Jackson there back there? You can't let anybody get behind you that deep. You figured when that play started, it looked like he was going to look deep. You got to make sure you're deeper than the deepest, and Trojans relax their guard, and San Jose State makes them pay.
Trojans had an injury there. Eric Gentry got shaken up on the extra point, but he jogs off the field now after sitting down for a little bit, and he's going to be okay. 4 plays, 46 yards in 19 seconds. How about that? What a lift for San Jose. The onside kick here?
No, I don't think
You're
so.
San Jose State.
Yeah, but you got rid of that double-double you were talking about.
That's true.
Offense getting the ball there for last in the first half takes that away from USC. Now Still a fight here in San Jose State. The Spartans giving the Trojans everything they want here in the first half.
You're San Jose. As soon as that clock hits triple zeros, you sprint in the locker room. You're sprinting up the tunnel. You're cheering while you're doing it. Making a lot. Listen to the Coliseum crowd. It's like a golf match right now. Kickoff. A short one. Fielded on the fair catch at the 16. So they're bringing out a little extra yardage there. And with 7 seconds to go, I would have to think the Trojans will just take a knee and get out of here. 21-14. SC by only 7 over a team they're favored to beat by somewhere between 4 and 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, if you look at the whole thing, I mean, the Trojans with 2 good drives. I think offensively, one drive where they kind of got fortunate and Taj Washington gets behind the defense on a broken play. That's a big score there. Or else you're really tied up there without that big Taj Washington touchdown.
Trojans are going to take a knee. Caleb Williams will take it under center. Drops down to one knee. Clock will run out. Halftime is here. And listen to the Coliseum crowd not making any noise.
Yeah, going to be some learning lessons here at halftime for a lot of players, I think.
Halftime score, USC 21, San Jose State 14. We'll be back with our halftime activities after these messages on the Trojan Football Media Network. Support for USC football comes from Children's Hospital Los Angeles. U.S. News and World Report has once again named Children's Hospital Los Angeles the #1 hospital for kids in California. Ranked in the top 10 nationally, CHLA has been on the honor roll of best children's hospitals since the prestigious list was created. They've been providing the best care for kids in California for more than 120 years. Whether it's for routine care or life-saving needs, families turn to CHLA when the outcome matters. Clinical excellence, breakthrough research, and world-class expertise for kids. Find a doctor at chla.org.
Hello and welcome to The Ralph's Show. At Ralph's, everyone wins when it comes to saving big. Because when you order online through the Ralph's app, you get the same great prices, deals, and rewards on pickup or delivery that you do in-store, with no hidden fees or markups. Best of all, you'll know when items in your cart have a coupon, so you never miss a deal. So whether you're a delivery lover, picker-upper, or you shop in-store, you'll always save big at Ralph's. Ralph's, fresh for everyone.
How do you do? This is how we do it.
This is the Audi Halftime Report. Brought to you by Audi. The Southern California Audi dealers are proud sponsors of the USC Trojans.
Big hole up the middle. See you later. Touchdown USC.
The Halftime Report is also brought to you by Pechanga Resort Casino, proud partner of USC football, and by Athletic Brewing. Athletic Brewing crafts great tasting and award-winning non-alcoholic beers that are fit for all times. Now, we take it back up to the booth to the best broadcast team in college football for the best football team in college football. Pete Arbogast and Shaun Cody.
Well, the idea is to have more points than the other guy when the game is over, and the Trojans have never trailed in this game. So why does it feel so bad? It's 21-14, USC leading San Jose State at halftime here on opening day at the Coliseum. Game stats powered by the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power. The Trojans do have more yards, 226 to 176. Most of those through the air, 134 to 95. Also leading on the ground, 92-81. And in first downs, trailing that 11-10. Third down conversions, 7 of 9 for the Trojans, 4 of 8 for the Spartans. Caleb Williams, 8 of 11 for 134 yards, 2 touchdowns. Won a 73-yarder officially to Taj Washington, which gave the Trojans a 14-7 lead. Then Austin Jones, a 2-yard touchdown run, made it 21-7. And Cordero, a 28-yard touchdown pass to Nick Nash, tightened it up right before the half. Cordero, 11 of 17, 95 yards and a touchdown, is also run for 43 yards. Time now to take a listen to our biggest moment of the first 2 quarters.
Now it's time to take a listen to the best play of the first half.
You're good. You're awful good. Just about the best I ever saw.
Powered by Ontario International Airport, a proud partner of the USC Trojans. Fight on and fly on with ONT.
Two-back set with Lake McCree as the fullback on the left side of Caleb Williams. Behind him is Austin Jones in a new set of downs. The ball is dropped. Caleb picks it up, trying to make something happen. Throws long, and it is complete. And to the 30, the 20, the 15, 10, 5, and touchdown USC, Taj Washington. Something out of nothing. It was a fumbled snap. Caleb went back. Most coaches will tell you to fall on the ball. Not Caleb Williams, not Mr. Heisman Trophy. Picks it up and throws a touchdown pass. How do you do? Trojans leading 21-14 at halftime as the band gets ready to take the field. Let's talk about halftime adjustments, which are presented by the Joint Chiropractic, the official chiropractor of the USC Trojans. And joining me is John Jackson, as he always does at halftime, and our pregame and postgame show as well. And JJ, I think the Coliseum crowd and you and I and everybody here are stunned that it's only 21-14. I mean, they're ahead, but really?
Yeah, it's expectations, Pete. The expectations have risen since this team is rated in the top 10. And I think people have to temper their expectations because although this wasn't the most explosive half that USC is going to have this year, I think it was very well played by San Jose State. You got to give them some credit.
San Jose State went to Auburn last year, only lost by 8 points, 24-16. So they've shown this team and guys that are on this team can do this kind of thing on the road in a hostile environment. What do the Trojans have to do to protect Caleb Williams better? Give him a little more time. He hasn't had much time.
No, that's one thing, Pete. Pass protection and the passing game takes a while when you're going against live bullets. It just moves at a different pace in a live game compared to the practice. So what you do in practice, it's hard to bring that to the live game because everything speeds up. It's whether it be pass blocking, catching the ball. I think we saw 1 or 2 drops in the first half that receivers have to catch the ball, but the problem is everything speeds up, and because your adrenaline is flowing so fast, sometimes you don't play within character like you do on the practice field.
What have we learned in the one half of football about this 2023 USC football team, if anything?
Well, I still think that they're explosive. I have some concern. Can this offensive line dominate a really good defense? When we talk about the games that count, Utah, UCLA, Oregon State,
Notre Dame, and hopefully
down the line the Georgias and those type of teams, can you dominate on the offensive line? In this first half, I didn't see a dominant offensive line, but they didn't run the ball as much as I thought they would either.
It did early and then got away from it as we went along. So one key adjustment for USC to come out and finish this job and finish it strongly.
I did like the fact that they came out in 2-minute offense. They ran some 2-minute offense you saw toward the end of the second quarter here, Pete, just to get in rhythm of that, maybe shake things off and get guys a little more confident, challenge the players a little bit more. I did like that in-game adjustment that Lincoln Riley did, and that's sort of the thing in the second half. What other in-game adjustments does he think that this team needs to get better at in the second half and work on that in the second half to get these guys ready for upcoming games that are going to be much tougher?
JJ, thank you. We'll talk to you on the post-game show after a USC win over San Jose State, I hope.
Yeah. And by the way, Pete, I gave you my mom's I told you so finger when she says, I told you so. Cordero is better than you think. He's mobile, and he's underrated quarterback, and I think he showed that in the first half.
Decent wing, too. He's supposed to be the Mountain West Offensive Player of the Year this year, and he's looking every bit of that so far. Halftime score is USC 21, San Jose State 14. We'll continue with our Southern California Audi dealers halftime show after these messages on the Trojan Football Media Network.
Let's level up, people. Pedal those bikes. Intervals. Burn. Come on, burn. Woo!
At Audi, we think performance is more exhilarating on a real road. Enter the Audi Q5. While Quattro all-wheel drive gives you confidence when you need it, it's the 261 horsepower of the Q5 engine that really raises the pulse rate, as in 0 to 60 in 5.7 seconds. And you'll never pull a calf muscle. The next level Audi Q5. Always obey local speed and traffic laws.
USC Trojan fans, Smart Stop Self Storage is ready for game day. Smart Stop Self Storage is committed to making the self-storage experience easy and hassle-free for all Trojan fans. Whether you're storing your Trojans tailgate gear, need temporary storage while moving to a new home, or need a storage solution for your business, we're here for you with convenient locations throughout Southern California. Smart Stop Self Storage, the smarter way to store. Visit smartstop.com to reserve your space today. Fight on.
Hi, it's Tungus. It's hard to express Tungus' self when come to AM/PM's breakfast. So Tungus wrote poem. Tungus no prepared to feel this way when eat AM/PM breakfast today. Savory chorizo, fried egg and cheese on fluffy, flaky croissant, please. It's so good, cravenience galore. Tungus prepared to have one more. Oh wait, Tungus forgot to mention coffee. Need to start over.
When the breakfast is freshly prepared in store, that's cravenience. AM/PM, too much good stuff.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of USC Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Who run the world? Girls. Who run the world? Girls. Who run the world? Girls.
The Women of Troy Report is brought to you by Sprouts Farmers Market. Open 7 days a week. Visit your neighborhood Sprouts for good-for-you groceries and great prices on the freshest produce.
I'm Keely Orr, and this is the Women of Troy Report. Today we're speaking with Erin Caetano, a redshirt senior on USC's tennis team. Erin, you're returning for your 5th year here at USC. What motivated you to be a redshirt senior?
Honestly, like spending time with the girls one more time, having another run at NCAAs. We had a terrific season in the Pac-12s last year, and I can't wait to build off of that. One more year of eligibility. I really just wanted to take advantage of that opportunity.
You have experience at the pro level and obviously at the college level. How would you describe the difference between the two? Maybe especially when it comes to working with your teammates here at USC versus being an individual at the pro level.
I just feel like there's a bigger sense in family in college sports, especially the Trojan family. Honestly, the first thing I want to do when I'm on tour is come back to campus, is because this place feels like home, and I've never been in a place that has like opening and welcoming arms.
You won a pro title over the summer and you won the ITA Sportsmanship Award. What goes into being so successful in the pros and in college?
Honestly, I think it's my family, my coaches, and my friends. I wouldn't be in the place I am today without them. Yeah, I feel like they built a very strong foundation for me and just provided me with so much love and support that it just keeps me going, especially for another year at SC.
What do you feel like you want to accomplish this season?
Boy, that's a very big question. I have very big goals, but not only am I trying to balance both my collegiate career and my professional career, I hope to lead this team into a Pac-12 championship, considering that we're moving to the Big Ten very soon. And I think that would be a really cool legacy to leave. Last but not least, I hope our team could make a really huge run at NCAAs and carry that trophy.
What do you think your team needs to do overall to make those goals real?
Commit, trust, and believe. We had a very talented roster last year, very young roster as well. Even though we didn't do as well as we thought in NCAAs, I still feel that fire in them, and that's why I think we instill that trust within each other. That's important, but also that belief, because we're just hungry.
You just heard from Erin Caetano of women's tennis. This has been the Women of Troy Report, and I'm Keely Orr. Stay tuned for more action here on the USC Trojan Media Network.
It's time to recharge, reconnect, and rediscover your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. And with your resort favorites back in action, there's all of the excitement and comfort you love, with the peace of mind you can depend on. So whenever you're ready for a little rest, a little relaxation, and a lot of fun, we'll be here. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino today.
Your first sip of Athletic Brewing Company's non-alcoholic beer is a game changer. It tastes so good, you can't believe it's non-alcoholic. With a variety of craft beer styles, from IPAs to sours, you can sip and celebrate alongside the USC Trojans' game-changing plays. Find a store near you or order online at athleticbrewing.com. First-time customers can use code USC10 to get 10% off their first six-pack at athleticbrewing.com. Near beer, fit for all times. Exclusions and conditions apply.
Looking for the play of the day? That's easy. Fight on to victory with USC and fly on faster with ONT, the fastest and easiest airport experience in SoCal. Not to mention, Ontario International Airport has over 65 nonstop flights to more than 20 major destinations with less traffic coming in and out. In other words, getting here is a breeze, and so is following our Trojans anywhere the season takes them. Because let's be honest, faster is always better when it comes to your airport. Start planning your next journey today at SoCalSoEasy.com.
In today's college athletics landscape, a strong name, image, and likeness program is an essential pillar to on-field success. House of Victory is an alumni-led, nonprofit collective dedicated to providing a competitive edge in the NIL space for USC student-athletes. Contributions allow our coaches and programs to recruit and retain elite athletes while allowing the student-athletes to shine beyond the game. House of Victory is calling on all Trojan fans for your support. To join our alumni community and benefit student-athletes, visit houseofvictory.com or text HOV to 53555.
It's like getting a degree in Trojan athletics without the tuition. It's Trojans Live, Monday nights at 7 on KABC.
What's good, everybody, and happy opening day. Jason Schwartz with you from our flagship KABC studios in Culver City. Halftime winding down at the Coliseum with the Trojans leading San Jose State 21-14. The Spartans with a late touchdown to make it a game again and really change the vibe at the half. Caleb Williams went 8 of 11, 134 yards, a career-long 76-yard touchdown pass to Taj Washington, one of 2 touchdown passes in the first half for Caleb. Austin Jones had a touchdown on the ground, and an up-and-down first half for the USC defense. We'll see how things shake out in the second half. And don't forget, tune in after the game tonight for the first Trojans wrap-up of the season. Sua Cravens will join me. We're going to go out to Jordan Moore in just a moment. A quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard, and not much to tell you about Week 0, the only other game in the top 25. The Fighting Irish playing in front of the literal Irish today. Notre Dame in Dublin beat Navy 42-3. All right. Jordan Moore standing by for the head coach, Lincoln Riley, coming out of the tunnel. So let's go out to Jordan now. And Jordan, up and down first half there in USC's season debut. Curious what you're curious to hear from Lincoln Riley when he comes out.
Yeah, it looked very much in a lot of ways like a first game of the season. You know, that we talked about at the top. There are no preseason games in college football, and they're making a lot of mistakes that you would sort of see an NFL team make in a preseason game. But, you know, I think that sequence at the end really is what changed the tenor at the half, as you mentioned. You know, otherwise they had found a rhythm and gained some momentum throughout that second quarter. But that sequence at the end, which started with the running play that started the clock and sort of put the offense off schedule, and then all of a sudden San Jose State gets the ball back with great field position, and from there a breakdown defensively on the third down throw, and it went about as badly as it could in the final 30 seconds of that half.
Yeah, I know, and we've all been really anxious to see this team get on the field, and especially the defense, and see what they're going to look like. I think you mentioned it at one point, Eric Gentry seemed to really turn the tide when he came in. A couple of drives, he was leading the way on a couple of stops.
Yeah, I thought he made a difference there in those 2 series in particular, and just they started to drop back a little bit, and you know, something that Gentry can do is take up a lot of space. So on those third downs, they want Cordero to be a thrower, and then when he decides to run, you know, somebody like Gentry has the wingspan, the reach, the tackling ability to get him to the ground, which he did on a key third down. So it did seem like the defense kind of settled in the second quarter, and then the specialty situation was what hurt them. So it'd be interesting to see in the second half if whether we sort of see the defense from the first quarter, the defense from the second quarter, because outside of that little specialty situation, that one breakdown on third down, the defense actually settled in fairly well after a rough start where they couldn't contain Cordero in the pocket.
And on the offensive side, I think we're all curious to see how the receiver group is going to shake out, and I think Zechariah Branch really stepped up and made a name for himself there in that first half.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of different guys, but maybe chemistry a work in progress in terms of where Caleb wants to go on the money downs, and we certainly have seen some plays where he's able to scramble, but nobody really comes free with the exception of that long touchdown to Taj Washington. So again, I think a lot of this is a work in progress. but the coach is not going to accept that, and I've got him right now. Coach, obviously not the way you wanted to end the first half. What was your message to the team in the locker room?
Yeah, not happy with it. I mean, just a really poor job offensively and defensively there when you got control of the game, and you got to obviously close halves better. It's key, especially against teams with an experienced quarterback and a good defense.
You get the ball to start the second half. What do you want to see from your offense to get back in that rhythm?
Yeah, I need to get in a rhythm. We've had too many penalties and negative plays. Got to stay in front of the chains and go score.
Thanks so much. That's the head coach, Lincoln Riley, and we will send this one to our halftime break with USC leading 21-14 over San Jose State from the Coliseum on the USC Trojans Media Network.
This summer, Coors Light wants you to retire, even if it's only temporary. Take a break from your 9 to 5 for 9 holes of golf. Trade those spreadsheets for a bingo card. Or swap your office chair for a water aerobics floaty. This summer, welcome to temporary retirement. Coors Light, made to chill. Copyright 2023 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Trojan fans, it's time to get your roll on with Roll 'em Up Taquitos, the official taquito of USC Athletics. Using Mama Karen's special recipe, our taquitos are hand-rolled daily and pan-fried to order with your choice of beef, chicken, ground beef, and vegetarian options. We got Bomb AF taquitos and a delicious selection of side dishes as well as our Bomb Churro Donuts. Visit rollemup.com to find the location nearest you. Fight on and roll 'em up.
Did you know at Jersey Mike's, when you get a sub Mike's Way, you're getting all the authentic toppings, onions, lettuce, tomatoes, oregano, and the juice. And did you know I, Danny DeVito, am a world-class opera singer?
While the first statement about Mike's Way at Jersey Mike's is true, we cannot confirm that Danny is actually singing Figaro, Figaro, Figaro.
Oh, yeah?
Figaro, Figaro, Figaro.
Oops.
Our sneaking suspicion that Danny was not singing opera but in fact playing a record has been confirmed. Knew it.
Ask for your sub Mike's Way. Jersey Mike's. A sub above.
Trojan fans, you may not think of yourself as an athlete, but everyday life is full of athletic feats. You bend, you reach, you lift, you twist until back, neck, or shoulder pain hits, which brings you to a stop. But whether you're an athlete or not, the Joint Chiropractic can help ease your pain and keep you on the active list. Visit thejoint.com today to get your first consultation, exam, and adjustment for just $29. The Joint Chiropractic, the official chiropractor of the USC Trojans.
Sacking the competition. Dan Bongino. Weekdays 9 to noon on AM 790 KABC.
Both teams on the field getting ready for the start of the second half with the Trojans leading San Jose State 21-14. That concludes our halftime show, and we'll be right back with the second half of USC football.
It's real simple. You got 2 more quarters, and that's it.
Let's go! We gotta go to work!
You've been listening to the Audi Halftime Show, brought to you by Audi. The Southern California Audi dealers are proud sponsors of the USC Trojans. By Pechanga Resort Casino, proud partner of USC football. And by Athletic Brewing. Athletic Brewing crafts great tasting and award-winning non-alcoholic beers that are fit for all times. Now, with your second half kickoff, here's the best broadcast team in college football, Pete Arbogast and Shaun Cody.
And the kickoff is, in fact, through the back of the end zone over the head of Raleek Brown, and the Trojans will bring it out of the touchback. Let's clear the decks. We get ready for the second half. Pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the Trojan Football Media Network.
Your home for Trojans football and your home for fast-paced, fact-based talk.
The verdict is in. Judge Bongino has ruled. That is a fact.
KABC, Los Angeles, Orange County, a Cumulus media station.
Caleb Williams, who set all sorts of USC single-season records last year. One more pass attempt here, and he will pass Paul McDonald into 14th of the all-time Trojan career passes attempted list. He starts off the half at the 25-yard line, moving right to left from our vantage point. Sends a man in motion, Taj Washington, hands off to Austin Jones, and the misdirection will move him off the right side out to the 30-yard line for a game second half. It'll be 2nd down and 5 for USC. Thought Jones ran real well at the beginning of the ball game, then they kind of got away from the running game.
Yeah, Austin Jones looked good in the first half. A little mix up here in the second half for the offensive line. With most of the first half, we saw Emmanuel Pregnon and Alani Noah. This starting half, Gino Quinones is starting off at left guard.
2nd and 5 from the 30-yard line. Far hash mark. Caleb in an empty backfield as Mario Williams and Dorian Singer to the far side. Zechariah Branch, Kyron Hudson, and Austin Jones to the near. Caleb drops to pass, throws over the middle. That's complete to Dorian Singer, who has a touchdown pass earlier tonight and gets this one across the 45 to the 47 before being wrestled down by Kenyon Reed out of Long Beach Poly and Kansas State. A first down USC at their own 47 of the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, very similar route concept to that touchdown. Just that little tree from the right-hand side, little dig from Dorian Singer over the middle. And Caleb connect for a first down.
1st and 10. Twin receivers to the right. Tight end McCree, strong side left. Offset in the backfield is Austin Jones. The first down for the 47 at the center of the field. The play action to Jones. Caleb drops to pass. Wants to throw long for Kyron Hudson. He makes the adjustment, goes up and tries to get it at the 5, but can't come down and hang on to it at that spot. Incomplete pass. Broken up by Javion Cole. Transferred in from San Luis Obispo. 2nd down and 10 from the 47.
Yeah, that's a trust throw right there. Caleb Williams trusts his guy, Kyron Hudson, to go up and make him look good on that one. It's one-on-one coverage. He almost comes down with that ball. Give the credit to the defender, able to kind of keep Kyron Hudson's left hand off that ball so he couldn't bring it in.
Hudson made a nice adjustment there to come back to it. Jones offset to the right side of Caleb Williams. Williams, the Heisman Trophy winner a year ago. Had a reasonable first half. Got sacked a couple of times. Takes a step back. Throws it right through the hands of Mario Williams. Incomplete. 3rd and 10. At the 47, the crowd groans. The crowd none too happy, although they did not boo the team off the field. They were winning. They were awfully quiet when the team left the field.
I would describe it as mum. It was mum as they left the field right there. Mario Williams not able to bring that one in. A little bit of his problem last year with Mario Williams. He had, a couple drop balls last year, didn't secure a lot of passes. He had some receptions and yards, but I think that's something he's got to work on this year.
Big 3rd and 10 play. Trojans have been good on 3rd down. Throw complete and not being able to get away. Dorian Singer will be short of a first down by about 3 yards. Now a little fracas breaks out afterwards, but cooler heads will prevail, as they say. Gain of 7 to the San Jose State 46. Need to get to the 43. It'll be 4th and 3. And the Trojans look like they're going for it right here.
Lincoln plays it pretty aggressive in these kind of situations. They're past the 50. He feels pretty good about leaving his guy out there.
Got to catch it, whoever it is. Long count for Caleb Williams on a 4th and 3 from the 46. Snap back. Toss right. Caught by Williams inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line. Dropped one just a minute ago. Didn't drop that one, though.
Yeah, he was looking that right side the whole time. He had Dorian Singer and his guy Williams line up on that right side, just waits for Mario Williams to pop over.
Dump underneath. Zechariah Branch, 20, 15, dances out of bounds around the 12, maybe the 11-yard line. 23 yards to Mario Williams, 14 yards to Zechariah Branch. 1st and 10 USC at the 11-yard line. First drive of the second half, trying to go in and take that 2-touchdown lead again.
I don't think number 1's been tackled yet, Pete. I'm watching it, and he's still the only thing that's tackled him so far is the sideline.
Jones on the right side. Makai Lemon, the freshman from Los Alamitos. Split wide to the right. To the left, Taj Washington has a touchdown pass already tonight. Austin Jones was lined up on the right side of Caleb, now moves over to the left. Comes back against the grain, gets the handoff. No, it's Caleb with the keeper. He's got to the 10. He's tackled forward to about the 8, maybe the 7-yard line. Is he all right? Gets up slowly, gets helped up. I think he got hit pretty hard there, but it'll be a gain of 3. Things getting spicy in the La Victoria red zone. New sponsor for USC's football broadcasts.
Have fun with that.
Snap back. Caleb takes it, fakes the handoff, wants to run, dumps it to the last moment to Lake McCree, spins up in the air, and he's knocked over inside the 5, down to the 4, maybe just inside the 4-yard line. It's not goal to go. They need about 2.5 for a first down and 3.5 for a touchdown. Yeah. Can get a first down inside the 1. Went for it on 4th down out at their own 47. You got to figure they're going to go for it on 4th down here. Maybe. Kai Lemon splits wide to the left. Changes being made defensively by San Jose State. They bring in a big man for a little man, so they think maybe this is going to be a run play. McCree, tight end, slot left. It is a run play. Handoff Austin Jones. It's a walk play into the end zone. He walks for a touchdown, USC. That is a fine first drive of the second half. I think I mentioned earlier that the Trojans scored last year on 71% of their first drives in the first half. Second half, not as good, 57%, but pretty good.
Yeah, good
now
job.
It's 100%.
Good job on that left side, sealing off the whole side. Looked like Austin Jones just walked in for that one. He'd had the whole left side just sealed off. I think the big play on that drive was the fourth down, obviously, to Mario Williams. Him and Dorian Singer on that right side. All basically put that DB on an island. He had to pick which one he was going to go with. He chose to stay with Dorian Singer. Caleb Williams makes the right decision, goes to Mario Williams, picks up the first down, and then leads to the touchdown.
Extra point for Lynch. That is up and perfect. The PAT brought to you by Terranea Resort, a luxury resort like no other. Third quarter Trojan football presented by Honey Stinger. Prepare, perform, and recover with Honey Stinger. Time out of the field with 10:45 to go third quarter. Trojans open it up to a 2-touchdown advantage again. It's SC 28, San Jose State 14 on the Trojan Football Media Network.
Fans, this football season, be sure to come out to Trojan Fan Fest, presented by Life Law, located directly east of the Coliseum, right outside the Olympic Gateway. Trojan Fan Fest opens 4 hours before every home game kickoff, and it's free to fans of all ages. Inside the Trojan Fan Fest is the Modelo Ultimate Tailgate, serving up ice-cold cervezas with plenty of food truck options. There are also private tailgating options and fun for the whole family. It's all inside Trojan Fan Fest, presented by Life Law, proud supporter and official sponsor of the USC Trojans.
Introducing Stone Fight On Pale Ale with a balanced blend of hops and a deep golden color as vibrant as the Southern California sunshine. Stone Fight On Pale Ale is brewed to be the perfect companion for the beach, the tailgate, or cheering on the Trojans. Stone Fight On Pale Ale is best enjoyed by holding a can in one hand and raising a V for victory with the other. Find Stone Fight On Pale Ale near you at find.stonebrewing.com. That's find.stonebrewing.com. Stone Brewing is a proud partner of USC Athletics.
Get ready to experience Awakening, the thrilling spectacle at Wynn Las Vegas. Awakening dazzles the audiences with soaring aerialists, bounding acrobats, and high-energy choreography, all amid the most technologically immersive theater ever designed. Tickets on sale now at awakening.com. Or listen to John Phillips all week for your chance to win a 2-night stay at Wynn Las Vegas and 2 tickets to Awakening. Prize package furnished by Wynn Las Vegas. Don't punt your morning drive. Catch Armstrong and Getty, morning 6 to 9 on KABC.
10 plays, 75 yards, 4:15 to start the second half, just what the doctor ordered. Now, let's see what the defense can do about it. SC leading 28-14, just under 11 to play in the third quarter in the sunset-laden Los Angeles Coliseum. Let's go down to Jordan Moore on the Trojan sideline.
I don't know if you guys saw this story, but the Big Ten is now mandating injury reports, public injury reports, the way that the NFL does. So that'll be the case for USC next season. It's not one this season, so we didn't know a whole lot about injuries coming into this one, but it is worth noting that Michael Jackson III, the wide receiver, as Dennis Lynch fires a kickoff out of bounds. That's not something that the sideline is going to like very much. But I mentioned Michael Jackson III, the wide receiver, and Tyrone Taleni, defensive lineman. Neither is dressed today, both in street clothes. So we didn't really know a whole lot about injuries outside of Solomon Tuliaupupu, who's done for the season coming out of camp. But those two guys are the sideline 2 scholarship players that I can see so far.
Tuliaupupu injured again. Is it your understanding that he might even be able to come back for a 7th year next year?
Yeah, that's immediately what everyone said. So, I mean, we have seen some of these wild things. I mean, I saw something today about, some of these guys are playing years into their career, 24, 25 years old. And Tuliaupupu, I think, might have that opportunity.
And you also get that free year in 2020. That just didn't even happen. All right, Cordero under center, takes the snap. Counters out, rolls and throws long, incomplete. Not really very close. Tried to hit Charles Ross long, but he was covered well by Jackson for the Trojans. Damani Jackson Banged up last year, but they say he's been as good as anybody on the practice field this year. Sophomore from Mater Dei, 2nd and 10 at the 35 after the place kick went out of bounds.
Yeah, good job staying on top by Damani Jackson, taking a shot first down. He was aware this time. We saw before half, those guys got caught sleeping a little bit back there, but right there aware that they might take a shot, and he stays on top.
Sideline report for Jordan, presented by DirecTV, leader in sports on Saturday and every other day. 2nd and 10. Cordero now in his more familiar shotgun. Snaps back to him, throws underneath. That's complete. Trojans with a good solid tackle. Jacoby Covington of Charles Ross. But he does manage to get out across the 45 to the 46. That's 11, and that's a first down. Today's game presented by Children's Hospital Los Angeles, the #1 hospital for kids in California and on the West Coast, is ranked by U.S. News and World Report. San Jose State huddling. What's that? 1st and 10 at the 46. Center Anthony Pardue from Murrieta Valley gets it back to his all-star quarterback. He hands it off to Kyrie Robinson. Chased by Cobb, but Cobb can't get to him, and he gets to the sideline first. And gets a good 9. Not all 10, but got 9 to the Trojan 45. So, San Jose State continues to move the ball fairly well and fairly easily.
Yeah, just lost contain there. Bear Alexander got a great rush there. I mean, on a rush play, but just drove his guy back about 3 full yards. But no contain to drive that running back back. And linebackers are in chase position there, just following him to the sideline.
Double tight end sets up on this side. Then they transfer over to the left, the far side, towards the Trojan side of the field. Cordero fakes the handoff, counters out, being rushed, chased from behind, throws it out of bounds. 3rd and 1. Well, that's where you can take that. There's a flag down in the defensive secondary. That's probably not good for SC.
Holding, defense number 4. 10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Second defensive hold against the Trojans today. Both of them obviously for first downs. One of them came after an errant pass that was thrown out of bounds on a 2nd and goal from the 2, and it would have set up a 3rd and goal from the 2, but instead became 1st and goal again from the 1, and they were able to score.
Yeah, look like I watched Max Williams. Didn't look like much on his end. Maybe Damani Jackson on that one a little bit, but
nor that Cordero was even looking in that direction.
Questionable call on that one.
He was looking sideline, rolling this way all the way. He wasn't looking back to that side of the field at all. Cordero doesn't like what he sees Trojans put out there defensively, so San Jose State will call timeout, and we'll take a break with them. Timeout on the field with 9:18 to go, 3rd quarter. Trojans 28, San Jose State 14. Back after these messages on the Trojan Football Media Network.
I know a lot of you really want the State Farm Personal Price Plan, but what's with the oversharing? Like this message Mateo left.
Jake from State Farm, you should know orange juice commercials make me cry. I feel bad for the oranges.
You don't need to get that personal. The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Basketball isn't just skill, it's strategy. Why should your future be any different? Take control of your own financial future with iTrust Capital. Buy and sell cryptocurrencies inside a tax-advantage IRA. There's 0 sign-up fees and 24/7 access. Trojan fans get a $100 funding bonus. Get back in the game. Sign up at itrustcapital.com/USC-Trojans. iTrust Capital is the proud partner of USC Athletics. Taxes and conditions may apply. These cryptocurrencies are a speculative investment.
USC Trojan fans, Smart Stop Self Storage is ready for game day. Smart Stop Self Storage is committed to making the self-storage experience easy and hassle-free for all Trojan fans. Whether you're storing your Trojans tailgate gear, need temporary storage while moving to a new home, or need a storage solution for your business, we're here for you with convenient locations throughout Southern California. Smart Stop Self Storage, the smarter way to store. Visit smartstop.com to reserve your space today. Fight on. Fight on.
Bongino at 9, Shapiro at 3, Phillips in between. Enough said. KABC.
Just over 9 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Trojans leading San Jose State on opening day at the Coliseum, 28-14. Trojans are 98-24-8 all time on opening day. 69-16-7 when opening day is here. And in all-time home openers are 102, 19, and 7, but they're being challenged today for sure. This is the earliest game, date-wise. It's the 26th of August. Earliest game ever played at the Coliseum. August 26th. It was also the earliest opener since 1996. That one was on the road. When you've got good beer and good vibes, it's all Buena. Stone Buena Vista Salt and Lime Lager, Baja inspired and imported from San Diego. I am Baja inspired as well. Located near you at fine.stonebrewing.com, and cheers. Nick Nash has caught 3 passes for 53 yards and a touchdown right at the end of the half to make this a ball game. Motion this way for Charles Ross. Cordero throws it away into the Trojan sideline. I believe that was caught by Shaun, the Trojan defensive line coach, his first reception of the year.
Yeah, big Shaun. That's a big target there, Pete.
He is a big guy. Friendly, smiling face all the time. Hard-working. They really like him. The guys that are up front swear by him. All right, 2nd and 10 on the wasted play there, but from the Trojan 35. San Jose State trying to get back in it again. Handoff, Kyrie Robinson runs right into Tackett Curtis. Curtis let him go, but slowed him down long enough to make him go wide, and at that point he had nowhere to go as Mason Cobb waiting for him, and he chased him out of bounds after a short gain of about a half a yard.
Yeah, Kyrie Robinson he's a stout running back there, and Tackett Curtis is going to learn he got to bring his pads there and keep his feet running, because he kind of just slid off that tackle but did enough to knock him back, so that play wasn't going anywhere.
Not a lot of guys like Kyrie Robinson in high school.
No, yeah, that's a different kind of running back there.
3rd and 9. San Jose State might be in 4-down territory here, down 2 touchdowns, middle 3rd quarter on the road, and a big dog. Cordero in trouble, being chased, being sacked. Fumbled the ball, might be loose, diving on it. San Jose State, I think, has got it. Solomon Byrd gets credit for the sack, as you hear in the loudspeaker behind us. The forward progress marked down all the way back at the 40, so the backward progress, if you will, at the 44-yard line on the SC side of the field, or on the San Jose State side of the field, and so it'll be 4th and a million miles. They'll have to kick.
Sometimes you just got to do your job. Right there, Solomon Byrd. We've seen it earlier in the game. Cordero's able to get that edge. You lose that contain right there. And right there, Solomon Byrd does a good job of just keeping outside. You don't have to beat everybody sometime. Just stay in the right position, run in your lane, and Solomon Byrd does that and runs right into a sack right there.
Kick is away. Caught by Zach Branch at the 13. Branch gallops to the 20, up the sideline to the 30, 40, and the sideline runs him out of bounds again. Nobody tackled him except the white stripe over there, and a nice punt return for Zechariah Branch all the way to the 48-yard line. Good field position for the Trojans when we come back. 7:35 to go, 3rd quarter. SC 28, San Jose State 14. Score here could go a long way towards putting this thing away on the Trojan Football Media Network.
In today's college athletics landscape, a strong name, image, and likeness program is an essential pillar to on-field success. House of Victory is an alumni-led, nonprofit collective dedicated to providing a competitive edge in the NIL space for USC student athletes. Contributions allow our coaches and programs to recruit and retain elite athletes while allowing the student athletes to shine beyond the game. House of Victory is calling on all Trojan fans for your support. To join our alumni community and benefit student athletes, visit houseofvictory.com or text HOV to 53555.
Hey, are you feeling the heat?
No, this makeshift air conditioner I made with my fridge is working great. Oh.
LADWP has rebates up to $225 on new air conditioners to help you beat the heat and save money.
Ooh, that sounds cool.
Plus, you can sign up for Level Pay to get predictable monthly bills for easy budgeting.
Very cool.
Stay cool. Visit LADWP.com/cool-LA.
Now, can you help me fix my fridge?
Covering the Trojans on the field.
Caleb keeps it, rolls right. He'll run it. No, he backs off instead of running.
Stop moving.
Steps up, steps back, steps forward, throws for the end zone.
Oh, no.
It
is damn near impossible.
Caught! Touchdown! USC!
Luckily, they do it from behind the mic.
Wait, that's an option?
Trojans Live, Monday nights at 7, exclusively on your home for Trojans football, AM 790 KABC. Covering all things SC. Trojans Live, Monday nights at 7 on KABC.
Halfway through the third quarter, Trojans leading San Jose 28-14. Good field position to start this next drive. Our sideline report presented by DirecTV, leader in sports on Saturday and every other day. And here's Jordan Moore.
We talk about areas where USC can improve from last season, so much focus on the defense. But how about special teams? Really thought that USC pieced it together, and special teams last year did not make a whole lot of plays. Already, I think we see there's going to be major improvements when it comes to the punter, bringing in the transfer from Arizona State, but also in punt return. Zechariah Branch far more lively than anything that was happening last season, and that's something that we had gotten used to in the previous decade. A lot of big-time plays on special teams, and maybe that can wake the Coliseum back up again this season.
31 yards on that last punt return. Out to the 48-yard line, and that's where the Trojans will start this next drive, their second drive of the second half, scored on the first one. Marshawn Lloyd is the one back. Lake McCree slotted right. Twin receivers to the far side in Makai Lemon and Taj Washington. Throwing underneath Marshawn Lloyd. Ooh, blocking the back by Monheim. Did he get away with it? 50, 45, 40, and out of bounds there. No flag thrown. Monheim got away with one there, and it'll be a first down for the Trojans at the San Jose State 40-yard line.
Yeah, good opportunity to see Marshawn Lloyd make somebody miss there in the open field. That's what you're asked to do when you're a running back. You gotta make someone miss when you got some blockers out and you got some space, and right there he's able to make someone miss and gain a couple of extra yards.
First and 10 at the 40. Caleb fakes the handoff, rolls right, still rolling, throws a little pop-up, but it's out of bounds. Incomplete pass, second and 10. San Jose State defender, interestingly, Jordan Pollard, that pass was thrown right to the sideline, and he knew he wasn't going to intercept it because he would be out of bounds, but he tried to tip it back onto the field. He jumped up in the air, grabbed it, and then threw it back on the field, hoping that somebody would be there, but no one was.
Yeah, pretty sharp play there, almost a top 10 play there.
That was pretty good. That would have been web jam.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah. Second and 10 at the 40, going in towards the tunnel end of the Coliseum. Lights taking effect now as the sun has set off to our left. This beautiful summer day at the Coliseum. Temperature still upwards of 70 degrees. Caleb calls his own number, wants to pitch it but doesn't, and then gets run out of bounds. He got hit pretty hard, and he hits a bench and falls over that. He got hit right at the confluence of the sideline and the field. Didn't look like anything unsporting, but it could have been injurious, and it was not. No gain on the play, 3rd and 10.
Yeah, that tarp over there is sometimes hard to stop on the sidelines with the players stand. You see a lot of slipping, a lot of falling on those things where you can't really slow down. He wasn't able to stop his feet there and just kind of kept going into the bench there.
Big third down play, actually lost a half a yard there. Lloyd, the one back, trips right, including Zechariah Branch. Keep your eye on number 1 out in the open field. The give is to Lloyd. Lloyd over the middle to the 35, battles his way to the 30, stays on his feet, and then steps out of bounds inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. Marshawn Lloyd with a great run on a 3rd and 10. He picks up 10 and 5 more after that. 1st and 10, USC.
Yeah, not a big hole there. Just finds a little sliver, is able to cut back. Good footwork, puts his shoulders down, and probably runs over 2 tacklers right there and gets to the sideline.
Caleb throws underneath. Zach Branch gets away. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. First touchdown for Zechariah Branch. It won't be his last, kids. He is really something special. Touchdown, USC.
Wow. That was pretty tremendous there. He was at open space. There was 2 defenders there. Maybe had a chance to tackle him. And number 1 shows you why he was probably the top-ranked receiver in the recruiting class. Puts a little shimmy shake there at the end. Walks into the end zone. Still has not been tackled, number 1, by anybody except for the sideline in the end zone so far. Is the only people that stopped Zechariah Branch.
Extra point for Lynch. 25-yard touchdown pass. Caleb Williams' 3rd touchdown pass of the game. 3 different touchdown receivers. Extra point is up and in. 6 minutes left. 3rd quarter, 35-14 USC, and the game has the feel, Shaun, as though it's slipped away from San Jose State. They had a little look at it, and it just got away.
Yeah, you get to 21 points, and it starts feeling pretty good. We get the guys' offense really moved down.
Third touchdown for Cordero on the night. 56-27 and probably 56-28. Well, Cordero's going to be a thorn in a bunch of team sides this year. This is not a bad San Jose State team. They think they got a pretty good chance to win the Mountain West. They'll have to go through some decent teams to do it. Boise and San Diego State. There's some decent teams. Be interesting to see how they do with Oregon State next week in San Jose.
A couple tough ones to open up the season for San Jose.
Extra point is good. So 56-28 with 5:08 left in the ball game. 400 hurdles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you want to take a break? Oh, let me tell a story. Okay. I was running for the Trojan Masters track team. I was probably 40 years old. I'd never run the 400 hurdles.
You're running the 400 hurdles at 40 years old.
Yeah.
I can't run the 40.
Okay. And I went to a meet down in Irvine, and I looked at the lineup, and they had a lane open, and Edwin Moses was running in the middle of the lane, getting some work in lane 4. So I said, I'm racing against Edwin Moses for sure. So I went and signed up and got in lane 8 just to watch him run by.
That's pretty cool.
And he did. And I finished. I don't know how I finished. I got to the finish line, and Edwin Moses was waiting there and shook everybody's hand in the race. It was awesome.
It's a great story.
Just awesome. Multi-time gold medalist, Edwin Moses. Let's pause now for a break. 5:08 remaining in the ball game. It's 56-28 USC on the Trojan Football Media Network.
Well, it's been a long offseason, but Trojans football is finally here. Unfortunately, you won't be.
We're going where with your mother?
Relax. With KABC, you can fight on no matter where you are. On the go with the free KABC app. Online at KABC.com. And always on air on 790 AM. So go conquer the weekend. We've got your back. Your quarterback, your halfback, you get the point. Your home for Trojans football. AM 790 KABC.
Your Trojans are back for another exciting season in Troy. And this year, when they win, you win. After every USC victory, visit your participating SoCal AM/PM for a free rib sandwich with the purchase of any 20-ounce Coca-Cola family product or 700-milliliter Smart Water. Only with the AM/PM app. Only 1,000 deals available on the AM/PM app for 24 hours on first-come, first-served basis between August 26, 2023 and November 18, 2023. Only at participating AM/PM stores while supplies last. AM/PM, proud partner of the USC Trojans. Fight on.
Trojan fans, it's time to get your roll on with Roll 'em Up Taquitos, the official taquito of USC Athletics. Using Mama Karen's special recipe, our taquitos are hand-rolled daily and pan-fried to order with your choice of beef, chicken, ground beef, and vegetarian options. We got Bomb AF taquitos and a delicious selection of side dishes as well as our Bomb Churro Donuts. Visit rollemup.com to find the location nearest you. Fight on and roll 'em up.
Cue up the band. Because Trojans Live is back. Monday nights at 7 on KABC.
5:08 left of the game. 56-28 USC over San Jose State. Congratulations to our former producer and now USC Football Sports Information Director, Katie Ryan, who won an award, a major award, Arch Ward Award for Rising Star in her business of sports informationing.
Already getting awards, Katie Ryan?
Well, you know, it's like the
What's
Young
going on
Rookie
here?
Award sort of thing, but up-and-comer, Rising Star. Cool.
Man,
good for her.
Find out up-and-coming
flag on the kickoff.
Up-and-coming color
San
analyst.
Jose State trying an onside kick, but penalty marker.
Prior to the kick, timeout. USC. They're first to the half.
Okay. Next week, on Thursday, Florida will play at Utah in a rematch of a pretty exciting game from a year ago. Southern Utah will be at Arizona State. Friday, Stanford at Hawaii. Saturday, along with our game at 3:30 against Nevada here. Colorado goes to TCU. Portland State plays at Oregon. Boise State at Washington. Cal at North Texas. Washington State at Colorado State. Northern Arizona at Arizona. Coastal Carolina visits UCLA, and Oregon State, as I mentioned, to San Jose State. Good game next Sunday, a week from tomorrow. 5th-ranked LSU and number 8 Florida State. Very be worth watching. Congratulations out to the El Segundo Little Leaguers who today beat Texas 6-1 to win the United States National Championship in Little League Baseball. They will play defending world champion Curaçao tomorrow in Williamsport for the World Championship. I got to go see the El Segundo team in the sectionals at George Brett Field. Onside kick. On the ground, loose. San Jose State has it. They're all pointing that way. Nobody is denying that that's the possibility, but nobody has made an official motion that it's San Jose State's ball yet. I don't know how the San Jose State guy came out of the pile with the ball. How do you not have it?
They're seeing if it went
The
10
ruling
yards
on
or
the field
not.
is illegal touching by the kicking team before the kick went 10 yards.
Illegal touching before the kick went 10 yards.
It popped up and it stopped about the 8-yard line. Then it kind of trickles.
Did it hit
and
somebody
didn't
before it
go,
went 10?
It didn't go all the way to 10 yards. USC touched the ball though. It looked like it didn't look like San Jose State touched the ball first. It looked like SC touched the ball first. It kind of skips out of there.
They are not going to review that. It's going to be SC's ball.
Berta Wada wants him to get on that ball and get going.
Go. So good luck, by the way, to El Segundo tomorrow. We'll all be watching on TV.
The ruling on the field of illegal touching is under review.
Now they are going to take a look at it. The kicking team did touch it. Berta Wada says he did touch it going by. What do you say, Shaun? I didn't see it.
Yeah, the kicker touched it before it went 10 yards. It looked like no.
That review brought to you by Life Law, injury law made simple. I'll tell you what, a year from now, we're going to be much more interested in opening day than we were today.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's LSU in Las Vegas on opening day next year. You going, Bert? Oh, yeah, you're going. That will be a game where we'll all be paying attention starting about January 10th.
I think I'll do that one on Zoom. I'm not a big Vegas guy.
Really? Yeah. Everybody's going to that one. LSU, that's Brian Kelly. That's LSU.
Oh, yeah.
And SC. A chance to shut up the SEC? Are you kidding? As a member of the Big Ten? First game as a member of the Big Ten?
Yeah, we're looking at
what a day that might be.
View again here. Right there, the kicker touches it first. It hadn't gone 10 yards yet.
All right. Well, that's the rule. That would give SC the ball in a short field for Miller Moss, who went 3 for 5 with 42 yards and a short touchdown run.
Oh, Freddie Mercury action in the stadium here.
They're having fun here with the fans who are remaining to the bitter end. Why not? What else you got to do? You've been waiting for this for 9 months. You might as well stay for the whole thing. I know guys that were here this morning at like 10.
Yeah, it was, I know you didn't get much.
Now, I got to say,
night,
they didn't
right?
look very good by the time I saw them at 3. I didn't. Usually opening games, I flip and flop all night long. I'm restless. Last night, I didn't have any of that.
Oh, there you go.
I felt pretty good. I went out with my friends today body surfing at about 10 o'clock, an hour or so. My legs are like cement right now.
Made some breakfast this morning, got the girls up, got them ready, play the fight song in the house at about 1,000 decibels.
Jordan, did you sleep well last night before opening day?
Yeah, I slept fine. Thank you for asking. But I was just going to fill everyone in on this replay that's going on.
We've been looking at it.
Well, it's an interesting one, actually, because the ball did not go 10 yards. That much is clear from the replay. But the question is, did a USC player touch it first, which would negate the 10 yards? And if that's the case, then clear recovery by San Jose State, then they'll get the football. And it does look to me like Austin Jones, so maybe there's a left hand. It's very close.
We thought the kicker hit it
the kicker
first.
touched it. You're wrong, Jordan.
You think so? You
I
think
so.
you think his left hand touches it before Austin Jones's right hand?
Yeah, I got a giant screen right like 6 inches in front of my face, and I can see that his left hand touched the ball before.
Yeah.
Austin
Well,
Jones
if that's the case, then it will be USC football because the ball did not go 10 yards. That much is clear from the replay
also,
as well.
I've never been wrong on these replays, so I'm usually 100% right.
Unofficial stat right there.
Trojans will make it 8 consecutive home victories. 5 wins in a row in the month of September. 4 straight wins in the regular season in non-conference play. 6 straight wins in the regular season and go 6-0 against San Jose State. Know that we're scheduled to see them anymore.
After review, The ruling on the field is reversed. The ball was not touched illegally. It was recovered by the kicking team at the 46-yard line. First down, San Jose State.
Well, that's the first time you've ever been wrong.
Dang. Hey,
you were due.
Shaun, can we get an update on Shaun's record?
Yeah, he's like 601.
98% now.
Wow.
It's all right. Everyone makes a mistake, Jordan.
Speaking of opening,
I think the
days
refs made a mistake.
others,
I can clearly see that the kicker touched it first.
The Trojans added Georgia Southern to a future schedule in 2025, and perhaps Clay Helton will make his return here that day. He's the head coach there. Nevada will come back here on September 11th, 2027, after coming here next week. 3:30 start time next week. Plenty of tickets available. I haven't seen the official attendance numbers tonight. I'm not sure how they announce it. I think it's tickets distributed. At any rate, San Jose's got the ball back. 56-28. No, I've never seen anything stranger than if they were to come back. I've never seen that in the fourth quarter with 5:04. I've seen some strange ones.
Lincoln's still arguing over there on the sideline. Looks like
he's going to call timeout. Why?
A San Jose State block? Is that what he said?
Well, they're going to go review something else. Did you hear what it was? I couldn't hear the
I got this.
Jordan, what was it?
So now they're taking a look if there was an illegal block. So you cannot block before 10 yards.
Okay.
And it looks like they blocked right on that line. Again, I would say that's, I don't know, 10.5 yards. So I'm going to say it's still good. But, man, we are deep into this replay review in a 56-28 game with 5 to play.
That seems like some gamesmanship, perhaps.
Oh, but gamesmanship by the referees?
No, I think Lincoln is
Riley,
just
he's into
making a point.
I did not see that they did not announce that he officially challenged it.
Well, they're over there looking at it.
He was definitely the one that got that referee to go in there and.
Another review brought to you by Life Law, injury law made simple. I wish this was simpler. Okay, now what are we looking for here? Okay.
Now we're looking for an illegal block.
The block is on the player that blocks
49.
Austin Jones.
49 is coming.
Oh, the kicker touched the ball. What are they talking about? That's the first time I saw it. It jumped up and hit him.
No, it missed him on that, Pete. They looked at that about 300 times, and it looks from some angles like it did, but it didn't. It's that block right there.
The illegal block?
Yeah, it's that block right there on Austin Jones. If that's 49. Inside the 10, then he can't do that, but it's like right on the 10 to me.
Well, they'll probably let it go then.
Tyron Shiva, number 49, came in there. Did he get a block early? I guess that's what they're looking at.
After review, there is no foul for an illegal block by the kicking team. USC is charged a timeout.
63,411 tickets distributed officially. What do you think was here? A little 55, 50? That's a pretty good crowd for opening day against San Jose State. LSU, that's another story.
Yeah. Yeah, good crowd. Didn't look bad by the eyes.
For a while before Washington and Oregon announced that they were going to go to the Big Ten with us, we had seen the Big Ten schedule, and Michigan was going to come here.
Lincoln is not
letting
this one go.
Yeah, we were going to see Michigan next year here at the Coliseum, but now with the two new teams, that we haven't seen the new schedule yet. Shouldn't be too long from forthcoming. Lincoln Riley still having an amicable chat for the moment. He's holding his hands out, clapping them together, trying to explain his point. Pointing his finger, running his fists together as if to show how the hit was made. And that's it. They've listened to all they're going to listen to, and now we're going to play football again. All right, first down San Jose after the successful onside kick. Something else to work on. Special teams. Cordero rolls right, being chased by Bars, throws sideline pattern, incomplete.
It looked like
really good coverage there for the Trojans. Right on top of the play was Jalen Smith. Even if it had been caught, it would have been caught out of bounds, and it might have been. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Cordero's had a good night tonight. There's going to be some good Pac-12 quarterbacks this year the Trojans are going to have to face on defense. So this is a good test early from Cordero. He's moving around. He's elusive back there. Made some plays in the pocket versus Trojans. So some film to look out for the Trojans and how to attack these quarterbacks you're going to be seeing coming up in the season.
20 of 34 for 178, but 3 touchdowns. He's also run for 44 yards. Winds and throws, add some more yardage to that, down to the Trojan 34-yard line. Pass is caught. Still got their starters in there. Charles Ross. Well, the Trojans are trying to play a lot of different players if they can, but there's still a bunch of starters in there. Bars, Muhammad, Bird, Gentry. Cordero throws right side, lobs it, looking for Nash again. It would be his 4th. And incomplete it is. Jacoby Covington breaks that one up.
Yeah, it looked like last drive they rolled some guys in there, and Alex Grinch didn't get the kind of defense he wanted on that drive. Looked a little unenthusiastic. This drive he starts the starters here.
San Jose State
guys back in there.
They've had some decent quarterbacks over the years. Steve Clarkson, now great quarterback coach. Steve DeBerg, Jeff Garcia, quite a few. Carl Eckern, a longtime Ram All-Star, played at San Jose State. Throw incomplete. Coverage there provided by Max Williams. Bill Walsh was a graduate of San Jose State. John Ralston is the head coach there. And before Jim Harbaugh, John Ralston was probably the least liked head coach for USC fans of all time. Stanford coach for a long time.
My first game in college was against San Jose State.
Was it?
Yeah, 2001. First kickoff of the year.
Yep.
I was on the wedge, and I got a kickoff return for 22 yards.
Pete Carroll's first game, right?
Yes, sir.
There weren't many people here, as I recall, for that one. Cordero chased, rolls right, still being chased at the 30. I don't think he got to the first down stick. No, he's out of bounds at the 26. So it'll be 4th at about 2. Last chance, last gasp here for San Jose. Frank Manumaleuna went to school there. San Jose out of Banning High. Do you remember Vic Rakshani? That's before your time.
Bert does.
Vic, you do. Vic Rakshani started. He was a freshman All-American at San Jose State. Came to SC and was famous as a tight end for SC, and I'll tell you why. Cordero on 4th and 2, chased right over the middle, unloads, incomplete. Trojans take over. Vic Rakshani perfected that play where the tight end would go in motion one way and then turn around and come back the other way. And Tom Kelly, my predecessor on the broadcast here, would call that the zip-zap play. Vic Rakshani kind of invented that, along with Tom, I suppose.
Well, I don't know if Rakshani developed it. Maybe the coaching staff.
Kelly called it the zip-zap.
Okay.
That's what you'll hear me spit zip-zap out every once in a while.
I've heard it.
Yep. Vic Rakshani was a 2-time Rose Bowl champion and a national champion in 1978 for USC. Played with Paul McDonald, who very well may have invented the zip-zap for all I know, and he'll probably tell you he did.
He did.
So the Trojans will take over with 3:43 to go in the game. Do you have any extra stories left over? Because I'm pretty much tapped out now.
Yeah, I was leaning on that kickoff return story for the whole game, so I'm about out of juice, Pete. Looks like Trojan fans.
Here, do that.
Let's go. Athletic Brewing is changing the game for non-alcoholic beer with great tasting and award-winning brews. Try it for yourself. Go to athleticbrewing.com and use code USC10 to get 10% off your first 6-pack. Exclusions and conditions apply.
Jordan, you got any stories you'd like to tell? I mean,
I'm down here and somebody's interviewing me about some of the greatest freshman performances I've seen of all time.
Sure.
So they're looking for people to try to remember Reggie Bush's first game as a freshman, which I don't think was nearly as notable as what we're seeing here from Zechariah Branch. What's like the most explosive freshman debut you can remember, Pete? Anything?
Nothing pops to mind.
I mean, this is pretty impressive from a true freshman. I mean, we have certainly seen some games where guys have made a lot of plays going, growing into their freshman year. But you even think about some great players, right? Like, remember Drake London's freshman year? He did nothing for 6 games, and then all of a sudden it clicked for him. It's pretty amazing how quickly it clicked tonight for Zechariah Branch. And I was just telling the reporter that when Zechariah Branch came up the sideline after the kickoff return, even Caleb Williams was impressed. He came over and said, "You are awesome, boy." So, even his teammates, I think, are kind of blown away at just how comfortable he looked immediately on this stage, which, now that we're trying to rack our brains and think about freshman debuts is pretty rare, because we just don't see somebody who's had that much swagger just right from their first touch.
I can't remember whether Todd Marinovich was a freshman when he took over for Pat O'Hara when O'Hara got hurt at 89, but he didn't do anything because we lost to Illinois in the opening game, 14-13. He was really good that year, Marinovich. Handoff to Barlow on the first down play. Loss a couple of yards back to the 24. I don't think the Trojans are going to be in any particular hurry to run any plays here. Will they go in a huddle? Is it possible? 3.5 to go in the game. Stay with us for the Modelo locker room report. Show that takes you into the Trojan locker room for interviews with our players of the game. Jordan will have a player right after the ball game is over from the field. Elijah Page is in, the big 6'7", 310-pound freshman at left tackle. Noah stays in the offensive line. A lot of new players out there. We'll try to get them all mentioned for you if we can. Killian O'Connor is up front at center, backup center. Handoff goes to Joyner. Out to the 36, third down, and about 5. There is 62, Cooper Lovelace. Malik Brown in. Here's Jacoby Lane coming split to this near side. Deuce Robinson to the far side. Miller Moss has been in there for the last couple of series. Makai Lemon now slotted on the right side down near us. He hasn't caught a pass yet tonight. They haven't really thrown at him. Page is a big load. Hair flowing out from under that uniform. Of course, Lonnie Noah next to him. Nobody's got longer hair than that guy. Moss throws. That's complete to Robinson, and he's got the first down as he's laying down when he caught it at 38, first and 10. The Trojans ought to be able to run out the clock now and win this thing 56-28.
That was a strike right there. Pete just stuck it right in on Deuce right there as he sat down in that route. Put it right in his gut. Where we're supposed to be.
Here is Amarian Peterson. I mentioned him earlier incorrectly. 6 foot, 215-pound freshman from Wichita Falls, Texas. He is the running back. Malik Brown slotted left. I don't think the Trojans will do anything now but run the ball. So Mr. Peterson, neat football. No, Moss will throw underneath. Relique has it. 40. 45, 50, out of bounds. Yeah, he was out of bounds. He didn't think he was, but he didn't look down at his feet. He's got it at the San Jose State 48 with 1.5 minutes left in the game. Out goes Peterson. In comes Carson Tabarachi, another tight end.
Malachi Nelson in there, I believe.
Malachi Nelson in at quarterback. That's his debut. The freshman from Los Alamitos, the California High School Player of the Year 2 times.
It starts his career with
and timeout is called by USC as an illegal substitution. No timeout, just a flag and a 5-yard penalty. Nelson is 6'3", 190. And he, if it isn't Moss, would figure if Caleb Williams leaves after this year, which everybody thinks he's going to, Malachi Nelson's going to be battling Miller Moss for the starting quarterback spot next year. So a chance to view the future tonight. 34. Matt Colombo is in at tailback. And Colombo the carry. And some good yardage across the 50. Picks up the 5 yards penalty yardage and 1 more to go with it to the 47. Should have to run maybe 2 more plays, but you got a bunch of guys in there that haven't played very much. Colombo throws a shoe. Lemon comes back in. Out goes Tabarachi. 2nd and 8. A minute to go in the game.
Got to give him a throw here.
Malachi Nelson, first college snaps. Throws left, complete. First catch for Lemon. Makai Lemon, his high school teammate. They were very, very good at Los Alamitos, and he gains 1 yard on the play. They'll get more in their playing career here. Cajon High's Ethan Powell, the tackle for San Jose. 30 seconds left. They have to run one more play. I've always been in the school of thought where you got all reserves in there. You go ahead and run the play. Otherwise, you just take a knee. But in this case, you want to give these guys as much as you can. You don't throw long. Last play of the game, barring a penalty or an incompletion. Nelson with the snap. Turns and throws underneath, looking for Raleigh Brown, but it's incomplete short. So 7 seconds left. It'll be 4th down. No reason not to go for it here.
Yeah, those kind of routes take time to develop right there. You don't know how many times Malachi's thrown that to Raleigh, so it's those are tough to get going, especially if you haven't worked a bunch with these guys. That's something he'll get better at.
Lemon goes out. Tabarachi is back in. Last play of the game. One would think Trojans will win big. 56-28. Wasn't easy. Tight at the half. Not the second half. Malachi pulls it back in, looking for Deuce over the middle, incomplete. Now they're going to play another play, but it won't be SC running the play. It'll be San Jose. 2 seconds remaining. San Jose State will have one more play. And we will look forward to the Nevada Wolfpack coming in next week on the 100th anniversary of the Los Angeles Coliseum. We'll have a bunch of interesting historical data on that. But that's a story for another week. Labor Day Saturday next week, beginning of a long weekend. Hope you can make it here. If you're sticking around home in Southern California, you should be able to get a ticket for a pretty good price, I would think. First down. And a whistle. Oh, you kidding me? Somebody called timeout? Come on.
USC, they're second in the half.
Come
30
on.
seconds.
There's 2 seconds left in the game. Wow.
Yeah, no words right there. I think obviously they wanted to do something on the last play here. Maybe they had the wrong body in there, but stretching this one out to the very end here, the old Trojans are.
Jordan, what the heck is going on?
They called timeout because they saw that San Jose State was going to run a Hail Mary, and so they're changing personnel to their Hail Mary defense.
Okay, might as well work on it, I guess. You have a finite number of times to work on your Hail Mary defense. Cordero has gone all the way for San Jose. Run down the right side. Oh, that'll be a late hit. Did a flag not fly? I'm shocked. It was a run by Quali Conley. He was pushed out of bounds after he was clearly out of bounds, and no flag went because the refs don't want to run another play in this game. Good decision there. Final 56-28 as the teams meet at the center of the field, and down on the field, Jordan Moore has Taj Washington.
Yeah, I got Taj Washington. Feels like a long time ago. This was a long game, but you made it was a crazy touchdown. What did you see on that play? Because when Caleb was dropping the ball, running around the backfield, what were you seeing?
Shoot, I was just on my route. I got the defender to, bite on the double move. Then I just looked back and I heard the crowd, so I didn't really see what happened. And when I looked back, he threw the ball, so just make a play after that, just football after that.
Well, we were talking about one of your teammates a lot tonight, freshman Zechariah Branch. I'm sure you've seen it a ton in practice. This was the first time for everyone to get to see him on this stage. What kind of player are we talking about here?
Yeah, we're talking about a great player, a great future, and tonight was just a taste of, the things to come. I'm just very proud to see him, be able to showcase, what he's been showcasing us here tonight. So I'm just happy for him, and I'm excited about the season.
What do you think about this receiver room? We talked a lot about it before the game, about how there's no clear number one. There's no Jordan Addison coming in as a Blitnikoff Award winner. What do you make of this room? It seems incredibly deep and incredibly talented.
It's just a very great group of guys, both on and off the field. We got a very unselfish room, very unselfish group. And it's just fun to see everybody competing and being able to come out here and showcase their ability and showcase their game. It's just something I'm excited to look forward to,
We're looking forward to it, too. Great start for the receiver room. Taj Washington got in the end zone on opening night.
Thank you, Jordan. We'll be back down to you for the Modelo Locker Room Report. When we come back, we'll be talking with players of the game and the head coach, Lincoln Riley. We'll check scores of other games, highlights, and all that good stuff here on the Trojan Locker Room Report, sponsored by Modelo. Final score here, presented by Wells Fargo, official retail bank of USC Athletics. The Trojans win it. USC 56, San Jose State 28. Back with more after these messages on the Trojan Football Media Network.
They're not just the Trojans, they're your Trojans. Customize your Wells Fargo debit card or open an account today and show your Trojan pride with every purchase. Get started at wellsfargo.com/Trojans. Wells Fargo is proud to be the official retail bank of USC Athletics. Copyright 2023, Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC, and fight on.
Trojan fans, you may not think of yourself as an athlete, but everyday life is full of athletic feats. You bend, you reach, you lift, you twist until back, neck, or shoulder pain hits, which brings you to a stop. But whether you're an athlete or not, the Joint Chiropractic can help ease your pain and keep you on the active list. Visit thejoint.com today to get your first consultation, exam, and adjustment for just $29. The Joint Chiropractic, the official chiropractor of the USC Trojans.
Introducing Stone Fight On Pale Ale, with a balanced blend of hops and a deep golden color as vibrant as the Southern California sunshine. Stone Fight On Pale Ale is brewed to be the perfect companion for the beach, the tailgate, or cheering on the Trojans. Stone Fight On Pale Ale is best enjoyed by holding a can in one hand and raising a V for victory with the other. Find Stone Fight On Pale Ale near you at find.stonebrewing.com. That's find.stonebrewing.com. Stone Brewing is a proud partner of USC Athletics.
Don't punt your morning drive. Catch Armstrong and Getty, morning 6 to 9 on KABC.
Trojans win it. They're sixth in a row without a loss against San Jose State. Their eighth consecutive home victory, and now move forward to a date next week on Saturday afternoon here at the Coliseum against the visiting Wolfpack of the University of Nevada. Airtime at 3:30 for the kickoff. We'll be on Trojan Radio Network starting at 1:30 with Trojan Tailgate, and then 3 o'clock with Countdown to Kickoff here from the Coliseum. Reminder now to stay tuned for the Modelo Locker Room Report, which follows this broadcast immediately. We'll go into the locker room for interviews with our players of the game. We'll talk to the head coach, Lincoln Riley. We'll check stats, highlights, scores of other games, and more, all on the Modelo Locker Room Report. Final score once again here tonight at the Coliseum on opening day and night. The Trojans 56, San Jose State 28. And this is the Trojan Football Media Network.
You can't spell victorious without USC.
Looks left, looks over the middle, throws. It's intercepted! Intercepted! Corey Foreman with the pick over the middle, and the Trojans are going to win!
USC football was brought to you by Pechanga Resort Casino, proud partner of USC football. By Coors Light. Coors Light, made to chill. By AM/PM. Too much good stuff. Proud sponsor of USC Athletics.
Williams is going to throw it long. Does. Caught at the 20. Stays on her feet. He'll go all the way. One play, 75 yards. Touchdown, USC.
USC football was also brought to you by Honda. The SoCal Honda dealers are doing random acts of helpfulness for USC fans this season, and they can help you too. Visit SoCalHondaDealers.com to find the helpful Honda dealer near you. And by State Farm. The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps create an affordable price just for you. Don't go anywhere. Coming up next, it's the Modelo Locker Room Report with a full breakdown of the game, highlights, and head coach Lincoln Riley's final word. Right here on your home for Trojans football, AM 790 KABC and the USC Trojan Media Network, presented by Pechanga Resort Casino.
On the hunt for a newer used vehicle or want to lower your current payment? A bank-beating auto loan from USC Credit Union is the winning play. No more fumbling through paperwork. Get on the road to savings with fast and easy online pre-approval. And for our eco-conscious Trojans, score big on a 0.25% rate discount on your electric vehicle. Touchdown for the environment and your wallet. See usccreditunion.org/fight on for more details. Federally insured by the NCUA.
After the end of a good fight, you deserve an ice-cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, the bigger the fight, the better the reward. You put in the hours, the energy, the tough labor. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
It's time to recharge, reconnect, and rediscover your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. And with your resort favorites back in action, there's all of the excitement and comfort you love, with the peace of mind you can depend on. So whenever you're ready for a little rest, a little relaxation, and a lot of fun, we'll be here. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino today.
Trojan fans, it's time to get your roll on with Roll 'em Up Taquitos, the official taquito of USC Athletics. Using Mama Karen's special recipe, our taquitos are hand-rolled daily and pan-fried to order with your choice of beef, chicken, ground beef, and vegetarian options. We got bomb AF taquitos and a delicious selection of side dishes as well as our bomb churro donuts. Visit rollemup.com to find the location nearest you. Fight on and roll 'em up.
This
Let's go!
is the Modelo Locker Room Report.
Caleb Williams to pass. Throws right side, down the sideline. Caught! He's in the end zone. It's a touchdown, USC.
Brought to you by Modelo, the fighting spirit of the USC Trojans. Pechanga Resort Casino, proud partner of USC football. Honey Stinger, the official nutrition partner of the USC Trojans. Prepare, perform, and recover with Honey Stinger. Fight on! And by Celea Tequila, proud partner of the USC Trojans. Once again, we go back up to the booth to the best broadcast team in college football. Pete Arbogast and Shaun Cody.
Trojans win this one 56-28 on opening day and night at the Coliseum in 2023. They blew open a close game at halftime to win it big, but Shaun Cody, it was anything but easy. It looked like it was going to be at the beginning as SC went on their first drive, 10 plays, 80 yards to make it 7-0, but San Jose State tied it up and stayed with the Trojans. At halftime, it was 21-14 when they got a long touchdown pass with 8 seconds to go in the half. And then the Trojans came out in the second half and kind of put this thing away before San Jose State scored a touchdown that really didn't matter at the end.
Yeah, a little slow to start things out for the Trojans, understandably. First game of the year, trying to get your feet wet. Who's going to make some plays? Caleb Williams only had a couple possessions in the first half. Couldn't really get anything going, no rhythm really. Give credit to San Jose State for stopping him a couple times and finding a way to score the ball, especially on that long pass before halftime. But once the Trojans found their groove and got rolling in the second half, and Zechariah Branch stepped onto the scene for the Trojans, I thought the defense picked up a little bit after Zechariah's big return. You can see the defense with the crowd got into it. The defense came to life a little bit. So some things to work on. Definitely a good first game. You get a win. You get some new players in there. You got some Miller Moss. You got some Malachi Nelson in there. So you got to see some young guys get in there, get some reps that meant something in the game. So overall, a good start for the Trojans. Some things to work on for next week.
We've become so accustomed to seeing Caleb Williams be great. Was he great or just merely good tonight? 18 for 25, 278 and 4 touchdowns. That's pretty good numbers. Was he good or great?
There's some things that you never like. I never like when he rolls out and tries to buy too much time. The play, unfortunately, down here where he took the sack way deep in his end zone led to a late touchdown for San Jose State. So that wasn't a great play. There's some things to work on. I'm sure Lincoln will get with him and they'll work on those things.
So the Trojans win it 56-28. Now get ready to host Nevada next week in Game 2 of this 3-game season opening homestand. That includes a date with Stanford on September the 9th before the bye week, and then a 9 straight week effort for the University of Southern California. Pete Arbogast here, Shaun Cody next to me. John Jackson will be joining us during the course of this post-game show. This is Welcome Into the Modelo Locker Room Report. Jordan Moore is in the locker room. We'll have interviews with our two players of the game, plus the final word with head coach Lincoln Riley. And when we come back, we'll take a look at some of the game stats for you on the Trojans win tonight. And this is the Trojan Football Media Network.
Hey, are you feeling the heat?
No, this makeshift air conditioner I made with my fridge is working great. Oh.
LADWP has rebates up to $225 on new air conditioners to help you beat the heat and save money.
Ooh, that sounds cool.
Plus, you can sign up for Level Pay to get predictable monthly bills for easy budgeting.
Very cool.
Stay cool. Visit LADWP.com/cool-LA.
Now, can you help me fix my fridge?
Support for USC football comes from Children's Hospital Los Angeles. U.S. News and World Report has once again named Children's Hospital Los Angeles the #1 hospital for kids in California. Ranked in the top 10 nationally, CHLA has been on the honor roll of best children's hospitals since the prestigious list was created. They've been providing the best care for kids in California for more than 120 years. Whether it's for routine care or life-saving needs, families turn to CHLA when the outcome matters. Clinical excellence, breakthrough research, and world-class expertise for kids. Find a doctor at chla.org.
The mountains you climb may be stairs. The records you set may be personal. The fans you inspire may be family. But you don't need to be an athlete to get the same nutrition, energy, and hydration products Trojan athletes get. For that, you just need Honey Stinger. Nutrition specifically formulated to help you prepare, perform, and recover at your best. Honey Stinger, official nutrition partner of USC Athletics.
Your home for Trojans football. AM 790 KABC.
Welcome back to the Coliseum. Game stats powered by the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power. San Jose State actually outrushed USC 198 to 160. Now, they got 57 yards on the last play of the game to get them to 198, but still 7.3 yards per carry to the Trojans, 4.7. Passing yards, 341 to 198. Total offense, SC ran 69 plays to 66 for San Jose, 501 yards to 396 for the Spartans. Last year, you might recall, the Trojans averaged 507 yards a game, so they were right on that as today wore on. Trojans penalized 8 times for 57 yards. San Jose only 3 times for 21. No turnovers in the first game of the year for either team. That's kind of shocking in a first game.
Yeah, both teams did a good job. Both quarterbacks did a good job last year of really taking care of the ball. So not too surprising for me.
And a time of possession about even at 30-30. Trojans 9 of 13 on third downs. So 10 of 15 on third and fourth together, while San Jose was 5 of 14. Spartans had 2 sacks. Trojans had but 1. We'll check the individual stats for you. Did I hear that Jordan has somebody now? We'll go down to the locker room then. The Modelo Locker Room Report as the Trojans beat San Jose State 56. I was told that Jordan Moore had someone ready, but we are not ready as it turns out. Austin Jones with 6 carries for 54 yards. Marshawn Lloyd, 9 carries, 42 yards. Quentin Joyner, 5 carries, 34 yards. 8 different Trojans carried the ball. Leading ball carrier for San Jose, Quali Conley, 108 yards, but 57, as I mentioned, on the last play of the game. Cordero, their quarterback, 10 carries, 52 net yards, and he passed 21 of 38 for 198. So a decent night for Chevon Cordero, who is chosen to be preseason Mountain West Offensive Player of the Year. Caleb Williams, 18 of 25 for 278, 4 scores. Miller Moss came in, went 6 for 10 for 63. I don't see any numbers for Malachi Nelson, who was in there at the end, but he completed a couple of passes, his first completions as a college football player for USC. Zach Branch, what a night. 4 catches, 58 yards, 1 carry, 12 yards. 3 punt returns, 66 yards, a kickoff return for 96 yards. All-purpose yardage, Zach Branch, 232 yards in a true freshman effort to start.
Wow. Welcome to college football, young man. We had heard about it for a while, the kind of special player he is, But you always take it with a grain of salt when you say, these guys are great, 5-star this. You always think, we'll wait till when he gets out there. And young man definitely put on a show tonight, whether it was catching those balls, running that little option play with Caleb Williams, or making a spectacular move to get in the end zone, and then finishing off with that huge return. He really opened my eyes tonight to what a 5-star young man can do out there. It was a pretty special night for him, and I'm sure there's more to come, Pete.
12 different Trojans caught passes. Dorian Singer with 4. Deuce Robinson in his freshman effort, 3. Lake McCree, 3. Taj Washington, 2, including a long one for a touchdown of 76 yards. Mario Williams caught 2. Brown, Lloyd, Rice, Hudson, Lane, and Lemon all caught passes as well. For San Jose, Nick Nash, kid coming home from Woodbridge High in Irvine, 6 catches, 89 yards, and 3 touchdowns. That's a good way to come and play in the Coliseum in front of the family.
Yeah, Nick Nash had a good game. Cordero was, I think, a good challenge for the Trojans tonight. John Jackson talked about in the pregame. That was a good quarterback, good test for the Trojans. He gave him all that he had, put some points up on the board, and now the Trojans have some things to work on.
Jalen Smith led the Trojans with 8 tackles. Mason Cobb had 6. 2 tackles for loss for Cobb, 2 also for Anthony Lucas, including one on the first play of the game. Max Williams had a tackle for loss. Solomon Byrd, Bear Alexander shared the only Trojan sack. 56-28, Trojans win it over San Jose. When we come back, we'll be going down to the locker room, we hope, as the Modelo Locker Room Report continues. As the Trojans win it, we'll be back after these messages on the Trojan Football Media Network.
Hi, it's Tungus. It's hard to express Tungus' self when come to AM/PM's breakfast. So Tungus wrote poem. Tungus no prepared to feel this way when eat AM/PM breakfast today. Savory chorizo, fried egg and cheese on fluffy flaky croissant, please. It's so good, cravenience galore. Tungus prepared to have one more. Oh wait, Tungus forgot to mention coffee. Need to start over.
When the breakfast is freshly prepared in store, that's cravenience. AM/PM, too much good stuff.
Trojan fans, it's time to get your roll on with Roll 'em Up Taquitos, the official taquito of USC Athletics. Using Mama Karen's special recipe, our taquitos are hand-rolled daily and pan-fried to order with your choice of beef, chicken, ground beef, and vegetarian options. We got bomb AF taquitos and a delicious selection of side dishes as well as our bomb churro donuts. Visit rollemup.com to find the location nearest you. Fight on and roll 'em up.
Let's level up, people. Pedal those bikes. Intervals. Burn. Come on, burn. Woo!
At Audi, we think performance is more exhilarating on a real road. Enter the Audi Q5. While Quattro all-wheel drive gives you confidence when you need it, it's the 261 horsepower of the Q5 engine that really raises the pulse rate, as in 0 to 60 in 5.7 seconds. And you'll never pull a calf muscle. The next level Audi Q5. Always obey local speed and traffic laws.
Bongino at 9, Shapiro at 3, Phillips in between. Enough said. KABC.
Trojans broke out in front 7-0 on a Caleb Williams to Dorian Singer 17-yard touchdown pass. His first catch as a Trojan, capping a 10-play, 80-yard drive in the first quarter. But San Jose State came back at the end of the first quarter, set up the touchdown run of 1 yard by Kyrie Robinson to tie the game at 7, first minute of the second quarter. Then Caleb had a fumbled snap go through his legs or just off to the side. He went back and picked it up. Most quarterbacks just fall on that thing, but he did not. He looked up, saw that Taj Washington had beaten the defenders, threw it long off kind of a flat-footed effort. 73 yards later, Taj Washington was in the end zone to give the Trojans a lead they would not relinquish. It was 14-7. Austin Jones scored from 2 yards out to make it 21-7, and it looked pretty comfortable with 3.5 to go in the half. But San Jose State came back to score on a long pass with only 8 seconds to go in the half to make it 21-14. Then the Trojans scored on their first 2 possessions of the second half. Austin Jones with his second touchdown run of the night, followed by Caleb's third touchdown pass, this one to Zechariah Branch, a 25-yarder. That had followed a 31-yard punt return by Branch to set the Trojans up in good field position. That made it 35-14, and it looked like the Trojans were going to coast. But wait a minute. Cordero found Nash from 32 yards away to close the gap to 35-21, and then the ensuing kickoff, Branch went 96 yards, and I'm guessing that might be now is the time for our power play of the game.
Now it's time to take a listen to the best play of the game.
By far the best presentation of the day.
And here comes the best part.
Powered by the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power.
And out across the 40-yard line, looking for a block at the 50 and gets it. Down the sideline to the 40, to the 30, cuts it back in at the 20. He's going to go all the way. 96 yards. Zechariah Branch, how do you do? A touchdown receiving and a touchdown kickoff return. What a debut for Zechariah Branch. No doubt about it. Trojans then led 41-21 after 3. Caleb found Brendan Rice with his 4th touchdown pass of the night to make it 49-21. Miller Moss came in to mop up, led a 9-play, 78-yard drive, 56-21. San Jose added a garbage touchdown at the end. Cordero to Nash, his 3rd touchdown catch of the evening. And with 5:08 left, 56-28, and that's the way it ended. Malachi Nelson came in and closed things out for USC, so the Trojans used 3 quarterbacks in the game. I assume, since we haven't heard from Jordan yet, that he's not quite ready yet with our players of the game interviews, and we're kind of at that point of the show. So we're going to take one more break, and then if nothing is forthcoming from the locker room, we'll bring John Jackson in and talk amongst ourselves for a while. The Trojans win at 56-28 over San Jose State. Back after these messages on the Trojan Football Media Network.
Basketball isn't just skill, it's strategy. Why should your future be any different? Take control of your own financial future with iTrust Capital. Buy and sell cryptocurrencies inside a tax-advantage IRA. There's 0 sign-up fees and 24/7 access. Trojan fans get a $100 funding bonus. Get back in the game. Sign up at itrustcapital.com/USC-Trojans. iTrust Capital is the proud partner of USC Athletics. Taxes and conditions may apply. These cryptocurrencies are a speculative investment.
It's time to recharge, reconnect, and rediscover your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. And with your resort favorites back in action, there's all of the excitement and comfort you love, with the peace of mind you can depend on. So whenever you're ready for a little rest, a little relaxation, and a lot of fun, we'll be here. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino today.
After the end of a good fight, you deserve an ice-cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, the bigger the fight, the better the reward. You put in the hours, the energy, the tough labor. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
It's like a sneak peek into the Trojans locker room. It's Trojans Live. Monday nights at 7 on KABC.
Back now as the Trojan band plays Conquest one more time. SC beats San Jose State on opening day and night, 56-28. This is the Modelo Locker Room Report, and let's go down to Jordan Moore in the Trojan Locker Room for our first player.
And I've got the man who scored the first touchdown of the season, Dorian Singer. Not the first touchdown of his career, though, an experienced player. What did you see? Take us through the touchdown connection on third down.
I had seen the linebacker inside, and then as soon as the running back motioned out, I see he got head up, so I knew I had to get inside of him, and just it was depending on how the safety was after the catch.
You're such an accomplished receiver coming over here from Arizona, but what's it been like assimilating into this USC offense and starting to build that chemistry and trust with Caleb?
It's been really good. The team, they got my back since day one, so it's like if I go out there and mess up, they'll correct me on it. If I do good, they'll praise me. So it's just like a team-like effort, and it's really good.
Guys, go ahead for Dorian.
Dorian, Shaun, Cody in the booth here. Congratulations on your first win of the season here. Just wanted to get your feel about being in the Coliseum for the first time in that Cardinals goal. What did it feel like to get in that Collie after all this preseason, all camp, and finally getting here and getting some action?
It felt really good. Prior to the game, it was still surreal to me because we've been preparing for the moment, we've been practicing against each other, and we finally got to go out there and compete against other different opponent, not just SC. We got to go out there and compete, so it was really good. In my freshman year, actually, my very first game I ever got in was at the Collie.
Oh, man. So this is it's old news for you there, bud.
Yeah.
What did Coach Lincoln Riley have to say about the offensive side of the ball and the performance you guys had today?
It was a great performance. Going back on the drawing board and just see what we can get better at and see what we can do to keep elevating this team. And it's a lot of weeks of the season, so every week we're going to try to get better than what we were the previous week.
Dorian, Pete Arbogast upstairs. You just spoke about what the coach said in general, but I'm more interested in going back to halftime because the game wasn't really going the way everybody expected. It was still kind of tense there at halftime at 21-14. Not just the mood, but what was said by the head coach and/or your position coaches during the halftime break?
Just guys encouraging each other. We came in, we weren't down that half, we were actually up. So just to keep the courage going and keep getting your teammates to go because we still got another half of football and it can go either way. So just be ready.
I've heard the phrase belted out a couple of times from guys on this team that the longer we go, the better we get. Did you see that happen in the second half? It looked like a second half performance worthy of that.
Yes, sir, definitely. All the guys just encourage each other on the sidelines, just keep telling each other the longer it goes, the better we get, because that is our mantra at the end of the day, and that's what we stand by, and that's the truth.
Well, we welcome you to the University of Southern California on behalf of all Trojan fans, and we look forward to some great things for you this season and beyond. Good job tonight, and get a good rest, and we'll see you out there next week.
Thank you guys so much. Have a good night.
You bet. Dorian Singer there, and Jordan is still in the locker room. I don't know if he's ready with his second guest yet, if they're going to suit that man up, or we're going to break away. We're going to take a break then. We'll be back as the band heads out. All the fans are leaving. The lights are still on, but not for long as the Trojans win this one 56-28 over San Jose State. Back with more of the Modelo Locker Room Report after these messages on the Trojan Football Media Network.
This summer, Coors Light wants you to retire, even if it's only temporary. Take a break from your 9-to-5 for 9 holes of golf. Trade those spreadsheets for a bingo card. Or swap your office chair for a water aerobics floaty.
Cool noodles up, everyone!
This summer, welcome to temporary retirement. Coors Light, made to chill. Copyright 2023 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
At USC Credit Union, we're driven by the winning spirit of the Trojan family, and as a valued member of our family, we make sure you win too. When you join USC Credit Union, you get more than great services. You become part of an institution designed to put financial success in your hands. Better rates, personal attention, and a not-for-profit approach that puts you first. How's that for a winning financial plan? Join USC Credit Union today, the official credit union of USC Athletics. Head to usccreditunion.org/fight-on to learn more. Federally insured by the NCUA. Looking for the play of the day? That's easy. Fight on to victory with USC and fly on faster with ONT, the fastest and easiest airport experience in SoCal. Not to mention, Ontario International Airport has over 65 nonstop flights to more than 20 major destinations with less traffic coming in and out. In other words, getting here is a breeze, and so is following our Trojans anywhere the season takes them. Because let's be honest, faster is always better when it comes to your airport. Start planning your next journey today at SoCalSoEasy.com.
Make sense of your money and the world around you. Motech on Money. Afternoons at 5 on KABC.
Trojans win here at the Coliseum 56-28 over San Jose State, and have had great success in opening day games, 99, 24, and 8 overall. Have won 16 straight when opening day is here at the Coliseum, and have won 8 straight home games. So the Coliseum's starting to become a little bit of a place again. I don't know that we're going to have a rocking and rolling atmosphere next week when Nevada comes in on Labor Day Saturday. But, you know, when Stanford comes by on September 9th, could be the last SC Stanford game for a while. I think people should come out and see that perhaps last one that we know of, unless we meet Stanford in a non-conference game or a bowl game somewhere along the way. A great historical rivalry between SC and Stanford. They should come out for that one. And it's a night game, too. It'll be fun.
It's football season. Come watch some football. That's what you do during football season, Pete.
Friday night high school game, Saturday college game.
Do it all weekend.
Sunday pro game. That's the way it works. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves. This is the Trojan Football Media Network.
Your home for Trojans football.
How do you do?
And your home for fast-paced, fact-based talk.
The facts are the facts, and you being angry at the facts doesn't change that.
KABC, Los Angeles, Orange County, a Cumulus media station.
Back down to the locker room, the Modelo locker room report. Here's Jordan Moore with another Trojan hero.
All right, I've got Jameel Muhammad after playing in his first game as a Trojan. And Jameel, you got to play in the Coliseum for the first time and a big hit in the quarterback. Saw you celebrating with the Coliseum fans out there. What was that experience like for you, getting to play in this atmosphere for the first time?
Man, that experience was awesome. I mean, it was good to be able to hit the quarterback and to be able to hit somebody, oh my God, and to be able to hit somebody on another team. Obviously, we don't want to touch our quarterbacks at all in practice. I got a little bit antsy, a couple times in practice, but it's just good, man, to be able to finish plays and just, and just compete with my teammates, man. It was awesome.
What'd you see from this defense today? It seemed like up and down at times. Some first game stuff. What's your assessment of what you saw from the defense overall?
Man, we have so much talent, man. And we have so much brains. So many brains and stuff on the field. We just got to get more comfortable playing with one another. I know that may sound crazy, being that we had all off season and camp with one another, but. As much as I hate to say it, it is different in the game. It's different, when it comes to that flow in the game and being able to, know who you're stunning with and know who you have out there in coverage and just, know who you're running stunts with, like I said. So, it just comes with reps in the game. Obviously we have some corrections to be made tonight, but I'm sure we'll get that corrected, starting tomorrow.
Guys, go ahead for Jameel.
Jameel, Shaun, Cody in the booth here. Congratulations on the win, bud. Take us through that hit, man. I know you explained you're excited about finally getting to hit a quarterback, but explain to the common fan what it's like when you get to hit a quarterback like that and what it feels like after that play.
Man, it feels awesome. If you follow me on social media, you'll be able to see my emotions after the play in just a second, because I just got a video of what I did after the play, but. Like I said, it was just awesome to be able to finish it, man. Be able to finish the play instead of having to run back there and put my hands up and veer off to the side. It was just awesome to be able to know I could finish him. It was just awesome. Like I said, it was awesome competing with my teammates and not only finishing plays myself, but just seeing them finish plays as well.
Jameel, I know you weren't part of the team, part of the defense last year, but this kind of been ridiculed all offseason. People have been, defense wasn't up to par last night. What kind of chip on the shoulder does that give you guys as a defense and the motivation you guys have for this year?
Like you said, it gives us a chip on our shoulder. It definitely drives a little. It gives us a different type of hunger, a different type of drive. But also, with those comments, man, we don't pay too much attention to those comments on the outside because they don't know what it is like on the inside. So we just focus on, getting better with one another, and that's what we're all about.
Jameel, Pete Arbogast here up in the booth. Tell me a little bit, can you compare San Jose State with some of the teams you played while you were at Georgia State? Do they match up at all?
Not at all. They're different. Every team is different in style. If you're talking about their scheme and, them being pretty much air raid, I guess you can compare them to somebody, but they have their own style at the end of the day, and their quarterback is different than quarterbacks I played, even though I played athletic quarterbacks, but he's different. He has his own different type of style. It was, like I said, it was just exciting to be able to play against them and be able to have my first game in the Coliseum.
Let me ask you this then. I mentioned during the broadcast being from Georgia State, transferring to USC in the portal, a step up in class. Do you feel that way? Do you feel like you've taken a step up? Do you see it at practice? Did you see it in the game that's a little bit different feel to what you had when you were at Georgia State?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely a different feel. I just feel more comfortable, man. I feel like, I'm not gonna say I don't get nervous, but I just don't get those nervous feelings of, are we gonna get it done or not? I think we prepare so hard. I prepare so hard myself Tonight it was just all about trusting what I know and trusting what I prepare for and trusting what I practice and just going out and doing it, man. Just knowing nobody can get in my way, nobody can get in our way, as long as we don't get in our own way. So that's the biggest part for me.
Well, you got the first one out of the way, and let's go get a bunch more. Congratulations on this first one, and we'll talk to you again.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Jamil Muhammad, a transfer in from Georgia State. Grew up in the Alabama area, 6'1", 250. He's a senior, graduated from Georgia State, 22 years old, had good numbers there, and thought, rightfully so, that I've done what I could here. Let's see what I could do on the big stage.
Yeah, I'm sure. Exciting night for him. Big crowd tonight watching him play. Got a big, huge hit down the quarterback. Nice play on the little outside screen, but definitely it's been I'm sure a wild ride for him as he got to come in playing at Georgia State, go to USC.
We are awaiting the arrival of head coach Lincoln Riley, and while that is imminent, we will bring in John Jackson to give us some of his comments and thoughts about tonight's win over San Jose State. When we talked to you at halftime, it was anything but easy, and the Trojans looked better in the second half for sure.
Yeah, but I got to ask Shaun one quick question first. Shaun, as a defensive lineman, why when you guys defensive linemen say you got a little antsy, why does that always include hitting the quarterback?
That's our touchdown, JJ. That's our touchdown reception. Getting hit on the quarterback. Yeah.
It always includes hitting the quarterback. I never understood that.
Violence.
Trojans did look better in the second half. Did you like what you saw a little bit?
I did. I thought that, Caleb was on target. I think Caleb Williams has been watching a lot of Pat Mahomes tape. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm saying. He looked like Patrick Mahomes a lot tonight. The way he was extending plays, buying time, and then finding guys down the field. He always keeps his head up down the field, which is great. And as a receiver, you love that because it gives you time to get open and more explosive plays, Shaun. Just another way to get the football.
Yeah, he's. I thought he had some great targets out there. You think about the Taj Washington play, which was kind of a broken play, but still made it happen. I talked about the unfortunate play where he took that sack, but just you could see his confidence. The guys believe him. He's the leader out there, and he kind of controls the whole tempo.
Guys, what do they need to do most between now and when somebody good comes in, or just next week against Nevada?
Rest.
Get healthy?
I still think defense. I mean, you saw some things tonight. You saw some things on the defensive end where you're like, okay, they've been working on this. But you also saw some bust out there still. You saw in the run game, it got a little dicey against the athletic quarterback. It didn't, Cordero ran for some yards today. Then those busts deep. So there's some things to work on still, but you saw some things like tackling. I thought tackling looked a little bit better today. You saw Anthony Lucas on the first play just couldn't, contain that edge, that length he had. So you saw some signs of some steps forward, but you got to keep working on it.
Shaun, one of the biggest thing for me, the biggest takeaway from this game is special teams.
Yeah.
I rarely say that because I have no love for special teams, but I was a holder, by the way.
Yeah.
You remember that, Pete?
I do. It's a while ago.
I love the special teams. Usually you're not able to have as many explosive returns against anybody. Forget about the team. It's hard to create those explosive returns. I mean, they have explosive players, which is why they have explosive returns. But usually you don't see that special teams come together as quick as it did tonight.
Yeah, you have a special player, I think, like Zach Branch. I think we're looking forward. We'll see how many teams give him that opportunity to kind of do his thing. But
you could let 3-4 guys go, and he'll still make a big play.
Have you been getting reports, John, about Nevada? Your son, John the third.
Give us the scout report.
Well, he transferred there for his final year of college eligibility after playing here at USC for many years and getting his degree here at the university. Has he told you anything about how the team is, what they feel like?
No, because he thinks I'm going to tell you guys.
Well,
so
you're supposed to. That's the idea.
No, no.
Is he playing?
Yes, he will play. No giveaway on he hasn't. To be honest with you, Pete, we don't even talk football.
Well, that's probably.
I mean, I just say, "How was your day?" and he tells me, good, bad, and different, and that's about it. We don't even talk football that much. We talk about school, and because he has his master's degree already, I talk about what are you doing? You're not going to school, just hanging out and trying to get a girl's phone number. That's not productive. But no, he does go to class.
Has he been able to make friends there in a new environment? Didn't Nicky Fig end up going there to Nevada as well? Oh, I'm. It's in the back of my head that he did, but that's not necessarily.
I think you're right. No, he has a dog named Zeus. So
that's it.
Yeah, the dog named Zeus. That's it. I love Zeus myself. He listens to me, over the phone. I tell him to sit and stay and all that stuff, so it's pretty good. He's
going to be a little bit
smart
of a
dog.
treat for you to see him play and play a lot next week. He should be out there all the time next week.
I hope so. I don't put pressure on him, Pete. I never have with my kids. I tell them, just the same thing with his decision to transfer schools. Have fun with it. Enjoy your life right now. I asked him when he was young, I would always preach, you got to get your master's degree. And he did it, and now I'm just a proud dad watching him play.
And your daughter, Simone.
They play tomorrow, by the way.
Okay, they beat fourth-ranked Duke at Duke a couple days ago, and they got North Carolina tomorrow on the road.
Yeah.
So they're doing okay.
Yeah, I got to give her a hype speech before the game, Pete. I get her fired up. I talk to her probably stronger than the boys. She's tougher than the boys.
I got nothing else. You want to talk about Nevada or talk about waiting for the coach? There we got him. All right, cool. Let's go down to Jordan Moore in the locker room. The Modelo locker room report is the Trojans end up beating San Jose State 56-28, and here's Jordan with the coach.
All right, I've got the head coach, Lincoln Riley, who's throwing the headset on as we speak. Coach, after all those practices, that long wait, you finally got to see your team play another team. What were your big takeaways coming out of it?
Yeah, it was good to finally get out there against somebody else. First, it feels good to be 1-0. I like the team. I like the positives were extreme positives, and there was a lot to like. Really good on third down on both sides. A lot of big plays on both sides of the ball, really all three sides, obviously, with special teams as well. I like how we responded after half. We weren't too happy with how we obviously finished the first half, and like how we responded as a team and played in the third quarter and really put the game away. And then listen, there's that's like I told the guys in their media, listen, whether you win by 3, whether you win by 28, whether you win by 50, like you're going to leave the first game always with a lot to like and a lot that you got to get better at. And the thing I see is I see a team, I believe that there's a high ceiling in there, and that's going to be our chase, right? Like our chase is going to go see how close can we get to that ceiling, and it'll be a climb. I mean, that's what these seasons are, man, and this will step one. Got a first win against a good football team, and we'll get ready to run it back again next week.
Number one's got some juice. I'm sure that's no surprise to you. What do you think of Zechariah's debut performance?
Yeah, did a great job. Was patient, especially patient on the return. I thought he took coaching well and didn't try to do too much, which is always obviously a key thing for guys' first game. So, no, he's a dynamic player. Obviously did a great job.
Guys, go ahead for Coach.
Coach, Shaun, Cody in the booth, congrats on the win. You're able to get all 3 of your quarterbacks in there. What do you think about your guys today?
Yeah, it's good to be able to play 3 of them. I thought Caleb was pretty steady, pretty solid. Had a couple of mistakes that we'll want back that we'll need to correct, but thought he ball was in the right place the majority of the time and was able to settle in there. Probably held on to a couple that we'd like to have gotten rid of. So we'll obviously need to improve there. I thought Miller came in and ran the group well. Did a nice job. Malachi got in just right there last few plays, which is always kind of tough because it's like trying to use time. You're wanting to run some plays. I mean, you're just kind of come in the middle of the series, but he did fine. Made a nice throw there. It was a good active throw there on the on the last play. So, but yeah, it's good to get them all in. The experience, especially for Miller and Malachi, is invaluable.
Coach, fired up on week 1 onside kick. Looked like you were distraught, Coach. What was going on with the refs over there? It seemed like you were fired up on that one.
Yeah, they really wouldn't communicate with me, which was frustrating. And I mean, there's rules pretty clear on when you can block and when you can't. And they just I feel like they missed a call. But I mean, that's one of those that obviously didn't go away, but felt sure enough about it that challenging it was the right move, and I still believe it was the right move. So it's a big change of possession play. I've actually been involved in a few plays like that, and that's one we'll be certainly sending into the conference for review.
Hey, Coach JJ, John Jackson up in the booth with the guys. Congratulations, a great win.
Thank you.
Special teams-wise, I mean, for me, that was a positive.
Yes.
I mean, you have explosive players, so it's not a tremendous surprise, but how pleasing is it for you as a head coach to have that third phase sort of kick in right here at the beginning of the season, because that's usually the part that might take a little bit longer to start to create those explosive plays, and you get it in the first game.
Yeah, it's important. That's been a big emphasis for us is really becoming the team we want on special teams. And I thought we were aggressive I thought, Eddie hit the ball pretty well. Dennis did a nice job. So I think our specialists have certainly improved. Obviously, in the return game, we had a couple really nice returns that were big plays. Other than the one kickoff out of bounds, we did a nice job limiting them in any returns. So, that was important, and we really dominated the game there. And I mean, great teams, find a way to be dominant on special teams, and eventually you're going to have to win games. Certainly that way with big impacts there, and that's, I think, leaving year one and coming into year two has been a real focus point for us, and good to see us get off to a good start there.
Pete Arbogast upstairs. Good to talk to you again. I'm interested in what your favorite thing is between week one and week two as a coach, whether a head coach or an assistant coach, which you were earlier in your career. What do you like most about going from week one to week two?
Just having the film, right, of you playing somebody else and these guys actually in games and seeing, it's practice. And of course, obviously, you're pushing these guys like crazy. They're pushing to improve. But when you actually get out there in that game and you can really start to evaluate, it's such a valuable tool, right? It's what in college, it's what we miss out, not having preseason games, not having scrimmages, right? You don't really have it till you have it. And so, there'll be so much to correct. And I think it's just like diving into the process with these guys, man, diving into this process with these coaches. And a lot of times you do, make some of your biggest jumps early in the season after you get to start playing games. And that will absolutely be the expectation in our walls.
Someday you'll be an old man, and they'll be writing a legacy about you, about these first years at the University of Southern California. And I bring that up because next week is a special anniversary of this building. It's the 100th birthday of the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. And you'll be able to start writing the second century history of this building. Do you look, I know you look for great things, but do you ever think about writing legacies when you're doing it?
Not for myself, but certainly for the program. You got to have a respect for the history here. I mean, this place, the Coliseum, like USC football, I mean, you got to have gratitude, right? You have to have gratitude that we all get to do this. We get to do it at this place. It is so special, man. And I try to continually remind myself that I'm very blessed to be in this position. I love coaching here. I love being a part of this university, and not going to take any moment here for granted.
We're blessed to have you here. Congratulations on number one of 2023, and we'll talk to you again next week.
Thank my friend. Appreciate you guys.
All
Bye.
right. That was the final word with head coach Lincoln Riley.
It's the final word. That was the final word from head coach Lincoln Riley. Brought to you by Spartan Final. Spartan Final is a proud sponsor of USC Athletics.